Hello, my lovelies. Well, welcome to another live. I've got some interesting guests on. Are you H? Are you Cumbrian? Are you Scotty? Are you Godspeed? Kelsey? Now, of course, Kelsey has got to have this. Kelsey, my beautiful Kelsey, my moderator, the best moderator in the world, has got to have this. So, just waiting for my guests to arrive because they all like to do this fashionably late with me, don't they? Do you want to come on, Bobby? I sent you an email. If you want to come on, I'll put it in there. If you want to come on, I'll put it in the thingy for you. Are you, Ben? So, oh, you didn't get yet. I forgot. Here we go. There we go. I'll put it out now. I forgot. Not everyone can get the link. Do you know, this is annoying the way I have my mic set up. I have my mic set up and it covers this monitor screen. I'm going to move the monitor screen because it gets on my nerves. Can't see what's going on. I know nothing's going on at the moment, but and do you hear that? That's another thing that annoys me. Keep on tapping it. Show your mugshot, Ben. And just put up 4 fingers. 4 fingers to the camera. You're just standing there grinning at me. I need you to put 4 fingers up. That's it. So first one is Ben. And Craig, go on. You put up 1.5 fingers, Craig. 1.5 fingers. Here we go. Do you know what?
Come on, Craig.
You want to see what he's doing to me there? It's disgusting. What have you got on your head? What the hell have you got on your head there?
Call the cap, man. Cap man do.
Hey, look at me. I had a gel in my head. I got some paperwork upstairs.
Oh, Cumbrian, I'm in the Unreal Dog. I've still got it, man. I ain't got back to it yet, man.
Wait a minute, you can wait because I'm talking. Bobby, just tell me to F off with your fingers. There we go. I'm going to put you on now. There we go. Got a full house.
Hey, Bobby, man. Where's Cookie?
How we doing, guys?
All right, Bobby.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Right. Yeah,
where's Cookie? Sorry.
What were you saying?
I'm just, all right, Bobby. I've just watched your video, like, saying that they'll get done if Scotty does. Now they will, mate. He's a druggie, man. And it's all been documented. His behaviour, Scotty G.
Sister Reverend Cowgirl looks well tonight.
I do, and I always look well because
does.
I'm
good. I behave myself. I
don't know, man. You might be really good, man. Cumbrian, man. He's right, man. I've been thinking he might fresh me, man. Probably will.
Anyway,
I bought a few my missus Nan's outfit, some Ann Summers. Something about you, man.
Oh, don't talk to me about Ann Summers. That's a gateway to hell. A gateway to hell and
know.
damnation.
I know.
A gateway to hell and damnation. Remember this, fellas. Remember this. What caused the fall of man? What caused the fall of man?
Listen to this.
I'll tell you what caused the fall of man. You listen to me when I'm preaching.
Okay,
what caused the fall of man was that Eve held down Adam against his will and forced an apple into his mouth. She forced that apple into his mouth, and that caused.
The devil played his tricks.
No, it wasn't. It was she rammed that apple down his mouth against his will.
No, he probably rammed it somewhere else, but it wore down his brain.
He said, "Please don't make me eat this apple," and she forced him. She was twisting his ghoulies and everything to get him to pay.
I mean, I could Mother Superior over here, man. What's going on there, man?
I know. Anyway, how's everyone doing?
I'm changing my picture, man. I like my fucking half a face on there.
I need to ask you. I've been in the police station all morning. I'm on bail. Like, this is the 3rd time now they've redone my bail.
Yeah.
If I get my paperwork and don't mention names, will you be able to understand it, or is that illegal to do on you?
Now, your best, what it is, I don't know the circumstance of what's going on. Only
I could
the
tell you.
officer in charge, and if you've got a probation officer or whatever, will know what's going on. But they can put you on bail for as long as they want, basically.
That's too mad.
Yeah,
October.
there is a limit, like, but they can keep like
Can keep on doing it.
they can keep going back to the judge and asking for more time over and over again. Like.
Yeah, look what
Well, they
happened to. Look what happened,
Wait.
Ben. To listen to this. Look what happened to Scott Check. It was being postponed, and they didn't even have the evidence there.
They're building a case.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
they'll
mean.
do it,
They
yeah.
can make it go on and on until the
Yeah, all
judge
I-
says, "Now you're taking the P." No.
Oh, no, I'm going to tell him. No, I'm going to say, oh, no, if they do lock me up, I'm going to say, right, all I done was, I once said, man stuff, which men do, arguing, fighting, whatever goes on, and I had a bit of a wild one.
Yeah, but some men like they grow up though. They like some don't.
I know, Craig, I know, but I don't take me now. What
I don't know. I don't know.
it.
It's just the
You
way
are
it
right.
is. Eh?
No,
It's
you
the
are
way it
right.
is.
You are right. I should grow up. No, I do need to grow up, but I just got anger in me. Like,
No, not you personally. I think there's men out there like they still want to fight, even when they're in the 50s,
Yes.
man. Like they go out on the
No,
lash and
exactly. But I can't say it on.
Well, what you've got to do, the only thing is, Ben, and this is it, it's enough saying it, and you have to deal with it and get it sorted. It's not a question of, because I have no sympathy with people, right? And I'll tell you this, who know they've got problems and don't actually get it sorted. And then they end up in the slammer. It might not just be violence, it can be anything. And I've known it to happen to someone now that I know. Who
I've been in a nut
Anyway,
house.
just let me
I've been
finish,
in
Ben.
mental hospital.
Let me finish, Ben. Don't jump in. when
Sorry,
I'm-
Alan. Sorry.
No, the thing is, we've got special guests in a minute. Wait, come on. No, the thing is that I've seen this something that happened to someone, and for years he was getting told he was going for counselling for years and years, and I said it's not working because you're lying to them. You're telling them what you want them to hear. I said you're not telling them.
True.
Yeah.
He's now facing years in prison. That's all I'll say. Anyway, we've got a special guest. Just let's.
Hello, everyone.
Who is it?
Look, it's
Hey,
wow.
Job Man.
Hey, how's everybody doing? He's all right.
Oh, here he is. What's going on here? Doing?
I'm just
Right,
going to stick me nose in, see what's going on. How you doing, Craig? You all right, mate?
Yeah, not bad, not bad, not
Good,
bad.
good.
Well, what do you think
nice
about
to-
the
nice to-
Scottish?
Yeah.
man?
Good to see
Well-
you, Craig.
Scottish G.
Can I just ask Anne if that's allowed, Anne?
what's allowed.
Craig's mentioned underneath his name.
What?
It says JDP is a Willy watcher.
It wouldn't
He is.
surprise me.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? I mean, you can't. Bobby, don't come here with your woke idealism, your fascism, saying that we must put people in.
Tell
Don't come
him.
here.
Tell him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
look.
Oh, JDP's going to be like, his head's going to be exploded. He's on there. We've bad job, man. He's on there like that.
Colt, you say
Fuck
the
you, man.
stone
Oi,
on me
JDP,
again.
if you're watching, man. Fuck you, man. I'll go where I want.
Fuck you,
Man.
JDP. Hey,
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to do my JDP impression. Are you ready?
Go on.
Hey, well,
yes.
let me put you on the large screen. Let me put you on the large screen. Where are you? Where are you? Go on.
Oh, yeah, that
Hello,
boxing shit he
people.
left.
I wish I had telekinesis, man. I'd rip that fucker off the wall and make it punch him in the head.
Hey,
If I had power.
He's married to his sister, the stupid fucker.
If you
I
look at
thought
that glove, if you look at that glove really closely, it's signed by Shadow Boxer and Decker, you know.
Yeah.
No,
What's
no.
up, mate?
I think
Yeah.
it looks like Scotch egg. One of the
I bet
signatures
that's
looks
not
like
even
Scotch egg.
his, because he's in his mama's house, isn't he? I bet
But
that's
you
not
can
even
buy
his
the.
stuff.
You can buy
Nah, he's
them
in
on
between.
eBay.
He's in between houses, man. Because he says,
You can
"Oh,
buy-
you live at your mum's," but he's in between houses, between Big P's and you know.
I remember
Way,
the
he
now,
went
which is-
away, and he didn't stay away for long, did he? He saw.
See, I
"Oh,
couldn't
can
do
make
that.
some-"
back.
I could never
Is he
do
back?
that. My integrity
Is he-
wouldn't allow me to do it. Like, say, I'm going
Is he-
away
is-
for that long, call everybody a cunt and fuck off, and then come back.
Hey,
the day
hey,
after.
wait, Craig, one more.
Hold on,
and
Anna.
you're
In Craig's
time,
defense, he's only quoting what JDP said. It's not his. It's not his fault.
You don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
I'm quoting.
on my show. Yeah.
No
this is cheap.
JDP. I've not been horrible. He's the most, and I'm sorry, JDP. I don't know you like as a person. I've never met you. He's the most
He's
boring
horrible.
content creator. He's boring.
Boring.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
does
God.
news, basically. He does news. And the bad
Hand
Yeah, on
thing,
other
you
people.
know, Adler just stands there in front of his glove and his
But
Molyneux
it's not.
sign,
It's
does
not
the
funny.
news, like.
Yeah,
And he
no,
says,
no,
I'm
no.
treating you today. I've done what? 3 videos? I'm treating you today.
There's a little bit of,
treating us.
there's a
Treating
little
us
bit of
to-
jealousy in the chat there. Bibby's saying Bobby really must fancy Annie. Never jumped on my lives. Of course,
Oh, baby,
course,
baby.
I'm
No,
not
oi,
answering
oi,
it.
Bibby,
Listen,
give him a chance, man. You've got enough trouble with Kung Fu Kev, man. He's
Yeah,
giving you the space he needs, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this, boys. I had to talk to Kung Fu Kev, and he ain't happy with baby. Trust me. I had to talk to
I
him.
know,
I'll
yeah,
tell
I've
you
been
now,
watching
right?
it, man.
Go on,
I
spill the
Oh,
beans,
yeah.
Ben.
Yeah.
Give,
What you-
spill the beans, Ben.
What you been
did-
talking to
what
Kung
did
Fu
he say?
Kev about? What you been talking to Kung Fu Kev about?
well, if it's a live video on or something, there's this boy Marty who wanted to fight first of all, so I just shit stirred to get it going. Said, look at your posters on your
Good
wall,
lad.
and said, get your tits out, you
If you're
fat
pretending
bastard.
15 and you're a girl, man, you'll get right in there, man.
No, but this Marty was getting really upset. He must have thought it was like Kevin, bits. I won't say it, but I was just having some
Yeah,
fun,
I
man.
know.
But he's pissed at Bibby because Bibby's been putting things about him on Facebook. He told me, and his pictures of him. He said, "You won't show your face with me."
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I love that video. That creased me, that did. When he
It's
does it, show your
brilliant.
face, he showed his.
I watched it on yours, yeah, Craig. It's funny.
I've not been on there on YouTube today. Is FFM launched yet?
Well, Crafty
No.
Cow was in the chat and said it.
Oh, actually, yeah, it was the last Deca, was it?
Yeah, on Friday. Yeah.
Oh,
Is it because I've got a theory, right? Is it
Go
because
on.
you met Diet Chips, like, and it's like changed your outlook?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I'd announced that Friday after the court case would be the last show about a month ago. But
All
to
right.
me, I personally, I've lost interest in it. Now, when
Craig,
Decker gets
who's-
out and I've got
Craig.
hold on a second, Ben. When Decker gets out and I've got
Okay.
new material to work with, I'll definitely bring it back and do a weekly show. But
Yeah.
how long can I possibly go on watching videos? I've seen most of them 3 or 4 times now, pretending
Yeah.
to react to them for the first
Yes,
time again. It's like,
yes.
you've got to know when to quit sometimes, haven't you?
Can I
You
And
ask
he's going to have
need someone else.
restrictions.
You
When he
need
comes
to
out,
someone
Deca's
else.
going to have restrictions, so he won't probably be online a lot.
I don't think
Did,
you'll get a social media ban.
Did
No.
Diet Chips really look like a 70s throwback? And did he go to court in shorts?
He did
looked
go to go in
greasy.
denim shorts, yeah. Denim. He was dressed a little bit like the lead singer from AC/DC.
Oh, Bon Scott.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. That's what I
Bon
think of
Scott.
him. When I think,
Oh, you used to have the tight little fucking. You see his willy through his tight little.
I don't know if anybody saw
Shorts.
Craig's report on that, but apparently he asked you out as soon as you got there, and then he was your best friend.
He
Is that
was,
right?
yeah. It was an extremely weird experience.
I bet it was.
He's not.
when he found out you were with that bird you was with, and he winked at her.
He was like, "Is that your bird?" And I went, "No, she's just me pal." And he went, "You all right? You all right, darling?" Or something. I was like, "Fuck me."
Like father, like son.
I'm not saying this for joke effect or anything like that, but
Go on.
he's of extremely low intelligence, in my opinion. Like, it did
Oh,
put a
right.
lot of things in. I'm not joking. He did put a lot of things in perspective for us. I was like, right, I get it now.
Like, I bet he
I
don't
get
get
it
half
now.
the stuff he say, does he? It goes over his
No,
head.
everything went
probably.
over his head. Well, like he said, he said, "Oh, Craig," he said, "Do you like me hat?" And I said,
He never.
I went,
on.
"Oh, it's a belt of that." He went, "Oh, I've had that 22 years, that, you know, son." And Vicky went, "Oh, is it your lucky hat?" And he just went, "Oh, no, I wear it all the time." And I was like, "Oh, right." That went straight
Why
over his
keep
head.
it that long, though, man? It must have all some significance to him. You know what I mean?
He doesn't know. You can't. He's too dumb, man. Isn't he?
It probably
Decker's-
drove him mad, though. You know what I mean? If he'd have spoke to him before the Deca campaign, I bet he was normal. I mean, this is drove him
Yeah.
mad.
He was
No,
like fucking
I-
Jordan Peterson before.
Yeah,
Did it, boys?
fucking
But
kid,
Jordan,
like grabbing the kids who broke the windows and shit, man, going out like that. I bet he's been at it, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, Craig, can I ask Craig a question? Craig, did you, and I know everyone bought meeting, boys, everyone girls, did you see the video they made of Decker, feeling sorry for him because he'd been arrested for saying stuff.
Oh
online.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
couldn't
loads
believe
of
it.
them. He's been
I
on
couldn't
GB
believe it.
News. He's been on GB News, and you know, to some extent, that they do have a very good point. Those videos, in my opinion, you shouldn't be locked up for your opinion. But the difference between Decker's got the same opinion as a lot of people online. That his problem is he doesn't have the intelligence to articulate it in a way that's not offensive.
Thank you.
And he was on tag, man. He was on tag
And
and
he was
all.
on fucking tag, and he was on tag, and
You know.
he was adding things in like, oh, you know, we should all get together in Carlisle tomorrow and blah blah blah. And it's like that's borderline inciting a riot, mate. Whilst there's already riots on.
What it is, tell you what it is, Craig, with him, right? And this is where they don't get it. All this, I'm a patriot when he was doing this. He was trying to crawl up Tommy Robinson's backside at the time.
Yeah.
Failed
100%.
miserably.
Yeah.
And so he thought he was getting views and likes when he was coming out with all this so-called patriot stuff. But there's a difference between being a patriot and just going out trying to stir up trouble. That's the difference. So he's a fool. He's an idiot.
He's doing it for financial reasons, man. That's all he was.
What I thought he did. It wasn't so much up Tommy Robinson's backside, which he was, I know, but it wasn't. That wasn't the attraction to him. And I thought oh, there's a gap here in the market.
You know, if everybody was on butt plugs on YouTube and it was like getting loads of views, he'd be interested in butt plugs, Decker, with him trying them out on camera and stuff like that.
One video.
All Decker wanted to.
Where he got a lot of views, and he thought, "I'm going to stay with this." But
all Decker wanted was attention. That's all he wanted.
Yeah,
not
no matter which way, like, Bob, is he?
And a prime example of that, is, if you join me members, you can call us a wrong'un if you want. He's not happy. He's like anybody can get a load of attention if you're willing to fucking sacrifice your self-respect to do it. Yeah, anybody can.
The problem he's got is that he forgets tomorrow. If he gets in trouble, it's like, whatever I did in the past, that doesn't matter. Let's move on. How many times has he said he's going to do something and he doesn't do it?
Oh, God. Bobby, the thing is, though, now that they're reporting on him and the idiots haven't looked into him, he'll be accused, and anytime he's arrested now, that it's a frame-up because the establishment wants to silence him. That's what he'll be saying next. But they haven't.
But the fact is, look how many people have been arrested for it. Like, he ain't nothing special. You know what I mean?
No.
All across the country,
the thing is, the mainstream media the mainstream media that are actually putting things out there about him haven't seen majority. I don't think I've seen the videos, and they're just reporting on a small, they've grouped him in with the rest. They don't actually know what he's like.
The newspaper reports quote 2 sentences, right, from over 28 minutes worth of video. The 2 videos, one's 15 minutes and one's 13 minutes. So they're just quoting 2 sentences out of that because they're the 2 sentences that were read out in court. So they've got extremely limited information. They're not doing anything wrong. They're reporting on the facts that they've got. What they're saying on the facts that they've got are technically correct. They just don't know the full picture. And as soon as these British patriots that are against these grooming gangs find out he's a convicted sex offender, each of them will change drastically.
It's just down to bad journalism, basically, on the TV.
Well, because that's what it's about, man. Mainly the grooming gangs. That's what brought it all together at the beginning, like, basically.
Yeah, but guess what? There's white grooming gangs too. Trust me.
No, I'm not going.
Yes.
He jumped on that and realised.
They're right, man. They're right.
Craig,
you don't think it is?
And say something about this. Wait a minute.
Not in like certain times.
Craig.
In Wales, it is.
Here we go. Sorry, sister. I'm Mother Superior.
Wait a minute. I'm just going to say something right. One thing right. We had an incident in the pool. Oh God, it's so good. It's well over 10 years ago.
This isn't about you pooing on the floor again, is it?
No, it is.
All right.
Where over 200 families were found to be pimping their own children out.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, do you hear about that? No, you don't. yet.
No, I can tell you. I can
So
tell
Ben's
some
got a
stories.
point there. Ben has got
Now,
a
let me
point.
tell you.
Yeah.
Right?
Was it anything to do with Decker?
No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to say nothing. because I don't wanna
Go on,
present-
Ben. Say what you want to say.
My grandfather was my stepmom was a woman people don't think could be paedophiles. She
Hey,
was
don't say
remembered
that
as, like,
word. Speedophile. God, you know by now.
You should
I
be able
don't
to say
get
the
that,
real
man,
word.
because it's like
No,
a
you
word in
can't
the
say it.
dictionary, man.
The algorithm picks up on it. That's
All
why
right,
I'm
all right,
saying it.
speedophile.
Yeah.
She's told my family she had sexual feelings from. He was my uncle, but he's 2 years. He's my mother's brother, but he's 2 years younger than me. So I used to I brought, he was like a little brother to me. I used to take care of him. When you're fighting in school, and he's 2 years younger. Anyway, but his mother had sexual feelings for him. But her father.
The
tell something, Ben.
subtitles, bro.
I hate to jump in here, Ben. Is this got anything to do with grooming gangs?
Yeah. They used to come home from the pub after having a drink and help themselves to his children.
Yeah, it's called
That's not a
backwards
grooming
families.
gang,
That's
is
called,
it?
man. It's called
That's
living
not a
in the
groom.
fucking.
It's
the arts of
grooming.
sticks.
So yeah, I saw
Grooming.
today Chips did have shorts on, like.
Yeah, let's get off the subject. Mr. President.
Nah, but the thing about the Islamic grooming gangs is the fact that there was being driven miles to different destinations and stuff and trafficked around the area, stuff like that. That's the difference.
The thing is,
Sorry, Craig.
the thing is, did Craig like Diet Chips cap, and was it his lucky cap?
It wasn't.
No, I heard Scotty G stole it because he had one on day in the shed.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you did. Here,
It was
Craig,
very
put your face
similar.
on.
It's a very similar hat.
Craig,
Did
put your face on camera and let's see your cap. Come on, let's see what
Come
you're
on, Craig.
wearing.
Don't be a baby.
Come on,
No,
Craig,
you can
let's
see it
see.
in one of my videos. I'm lying on the bank smoking a
No, come
spliff,
on,
man. That's my hat, man.
Craig.
Put your cap on now. Come on, let's see you with your cap. Wait
Go
until you
on,
see
Craig.
this.
Come on, Craig.
I mean, look at
Whoa.
that.
Now that is a peak. That's a peak
That's a
cap.
hell of a peak.
That's-
He's
It's
a peak of
Under
a man.
Armour hat, man. Oh, he take the best stuff, but it does. Scotty G arguing about the brands of clothing it's been donated to. Did you see that?
I
Sorry,
believe
I'm
it.
talking
All
about
that's
him. He's in the
happening here.
news.
But you know this,
But-
the way they're going on, they're
Mm.
all using them now. I don't care what people say. Paddy Conroy, Emma, and all them are saying that they're getting the big
All right,
clicks now,
Liam.
and they're going for it. They're going
Let me
for
tell
it.
you-
If they gave a
But do you
toss
think-
about
do you
him, they
think-
wouldn't be doing this on camera.
Do you think we're going to be in this same situation a month from now?
No,
Yeah.
Scotty will
Him
be
in the
dead.
shed,
Scotty will be dead.
right?
Or he'd be chucked
That's
out.
my, I'm not being nasty. That's
Or
my
he'll
honest
be in-
opinion.
No, Paddy.
He'll probably find like a flat
bet,
somewhere, man,
I
where
bet
people would take advantage of him because that's what's
Yeah.
coming next. He'll probably end up
I bet-
with a group of people who ain't got his best interests at heart, man, and they'll just rinse him, man.
I bet when our camera goes off, Paddy slaps him. Shut the fuck up. Because Paddy
I've
seems
seen
like
it
one of those
before.
ones.
Seen it happen
If
before.
we don't agree with him, he shouts at you.
It's sad. It's sad. I mean, when he swore
Shout
on
at
his
me, I'll
mother's life,
shag him through his
that's-
other eye.
that just shows he's got a serious illness there,
fuck
doesn't it?
with.
He swore on his
Ben,
mother's
will you
life.
shut up?
I'm
It's
sorry.
just,
Let Bobby talk.
I find a lot of it sad as much as, and I'm not angry with him and think he's a terrible person. I just think he's so he's consumed by this, these drugs. He'll say anything and do anything.
Yeah.
That's
And I
it,
don't
Bobby. This is
think-
what they're
I don't
forgetting.
think that
That's what drugs
Paddy
do.
or the sheriff have got,
No.
that they haven't got what it takes to deal with him.
Well, I said that from
Right.
the beginning, man.
They've tried.
Right.
Now they
No,
should
they
pass
got
him
good
over to
hearts.
someone who knows.
They
That's my
tried.
opinion.
Yeah. Bobby, you're right. They tried, but they're not equipped to deal with someone
No,
like him.
exactly. Yeah. And now,
They're just
They blame me. They blame me,
Anthony
Sheriff,
getting
and that
into
for
it,
bringing
you know.
attention to it. He goes, "Oh, your little minions going on about Scotty G." Nah. Look at them now, though, man. I told the sheriff, where you going to be in a couple of months, man, and this is where he is. Like,
He
Told
claims
him.
to shut the,
Yeah.
he claims to have shut the GoFundMe down. Paddy's losing patience. He's going to end up in a real serious mess.
Well-
and everybody's worried about that
But
river. at the
I've
side
seen
of
the
the
go.
shed.
I've seen the GoFundMe. The text to me. He haven't
down,
given
man.
he had nothing
fair
given
play
to
for
him.
Sheriff for taking it down, but you know what I mean. It's a bit
He
late
didn't
now.
have. He didn't have a lot of money given to him, Scotty.
$1,500. Oh, that's a lot of
No,
money
that-
at Christmas for somebody, man.
Oh, that's not what I seen.
Oh, it's
that's not what I
Chrissy,
seen.
baby.
That's not what I
Chrissy.
seen.
Can I just
I
ask?
bet
Can I
grand
just
half
ask
is a
you
lot.
guys now who know about drugs? Can I just ask? Listen, Paddy's old school, right? He's old school. He's going to treat him like a son and say, right, you're in your bedroom now and you're staying there till you're clean. Is that going to work?
No. Right. So,
no chance.
The first thing that Scotty has to, the first thing that, and I'm speaking is my experience from an addict here, because I am an addict, right? The first thing that you need is you need to want to be clean. You need to want that more than anything else. You need to put your recovery ahead of everything else, because if you don't put your recovery ahead of everything else falls to shit anyway. The other thing is, I've tried myself to get sober, and on the times I've tried before this, when I've been serious and I haven't been in meetings, there's an embarrassment and a shame that comes with a relapse. That's
what I got.
And that's just not there with Scotty. Scotty's words on that video Paddy put out tonight were, I couldn't give a fuck. He just doesn't want it. I've met people in NA. I've been there, I spend at least 3 hours a week just sitting talking to other addicts. And I've met people that are as far gone as Scotty. And I've also been to their funerals in that time.
Right.
And in my opinion, and I'm not being nasty, and I hope he does get clean, but in my honest opinion, I think Scotty's too far gone. I think he'll be dead soon.
Right. It's just only him can decide that. There's only him can decide.
There's only him can decide that. Yeah.
No one can talk him into it.
No, nobody can. He has to.
He
want
could have died, right? When he'd been off it for a couple of months, and he went back on it, he could have died right there and then because his tolerance had changed. That was dangerous.
That's the thing, you know Craig. What was happening was, one, when everyone was saying you need to take him to some professionals to get him sourced out. All right, give him a place to stay in a shed, which is doing his head in, which it will do. It will make him worse in my mind.
Well, it does your head in rehab, man. I went to a rehab.
Craig, wait a minute. But what should have happened was they should have got him the professional help that he needed. But what they've done is, I don't care. I can see it now. He's on twice a day. He's on every day. And he's getting berated and you're a liar and all this. This is all because I saw Paddy saying on Emma's Live, oh, look, you've got 500 viewers in now. That's what it's
all he's bothered about, man, Scotty.
That's all he's bothered about. He's getting a root on thinking I'm getting all these views. And that's what it is.
When you did, what good viewers when you did. Drugs. Good viewers.
I'm sorry, Ronan. I didn't even notice Ronan.
Hello, Ronan.
Hey, Ronan.
Hey, is everybody?
Good, man. Ronan. How are you? Long time no see.
Oh, Ronan.
Oh, by the way, you're welcome. You're welcome, Ronan, and for continuous use of the name. You can give you.
Ronan, man, the Irish one.
Ronan, are you up to speed with Scotty G? Because I know you moved away from
Yeah. I clicked onto a video 2 days ago and I seen Paddy going absolutely ballistic. So I looked into it a bit and it's just absolutely mad. But listen, Scotty's going to take all. He's a drug addict. Why are people believing a drug addict? He will do anything to get his fix. Yeah. He barefaced lied to Paddy,
That's
right?
what I said. He's one of them kind who's got no shame left, because if that was me and the world, well, not the world, thousands was watching, I wouldn't be in that situation, man. Fuck that. He's lost all his shame.
You have to understand the mind of somebody like that, right? Especially those pills.
Yeah.
All he's thinking about is getting them. He said that he swore in his mum's life. That's the lowest thing that you can do, right? And he was going to meet her.
Hold on. He swore on his mum's life. Hold on a second. He swore on his mum's life. And hold on a second. I noticed that today. And he's that off his head, right? His mother's been dead for years.
Yep.
No, he swore on her life today. Craig, he said he swore on her ashes.
Yeah, he didn't. He originally said that he swore.
He probably did say both. He probably said both.
But
his words were
find himself in a predicament.
I wouldn't do that to my mother's ashes. That's
You have to understand something. Paddy's going to find himself into a predicament here, because I was listening to Karma Corner and he says he's going to fall into the river, which he will do. He'll die, and then there's going to be sort of like a complicit in his death or some kind.
No, I don't believe that at all, man. Because he's his own man. He's giving him a roof over his head. He's his own man. It's like he's looking after a kid.
Paddy's been very good to Scotty. Paddy's been very good to Scotty. I don't think
anybody else will take it.
If the worst happens.
Stop that. Right, just let's say one thing. Let's make one thing clear about the law on this, right? Craig's right.
Go on.
I'll tell you why. In British law, unless they can link you to someone's demise, death, you can't be prosecuted for it. So unless Paddy pushes them into the river and leaves them there, nothing can be done. And I'll tell you how it works in British law. Say that he fell into the river, he just slipped and fell in, and Paddy stood there and watched as he drowned and did nothing. Nothing could happen to Paddy.
No.
That's the way
Paddy
the English law is.
All Paddy
In
got
France,
so
they
he
will.
can't-
Paddy's too old.
In France, you see someone in distress, you've got to do everything you can to help them. In British law, you don't, because the British law presumes, say that Paddy jumped in to try and save him, Paddy could drown him at the same time. Yeah, so
you're right.
Craig's right. Nothing can be done to Paddy.
No, you're right.
Or sheriff, Bobby, man. Sheriff, all he's done is set the GoFundMe up and dropped him off somewhere. Like, he ain't killed him.
He said
he ain't negligible homicide. Is that what you're trying to?
The guy's in a shed when we're going to heading towards -degree weather, and he's at the side of a river. And
that's his choice, though. He ain't being kept prisoner.
Choice, Bobby. He's an adult. He's an adult.
No, I know, Craig. That's a callous thing to say. I mean, let's be honest. I'm saying
he's not an
adult situation. I'm not saying
he is.
If somebody
how is it callous to say, man? I've watched him, man, and I know people like this. They only think about themselves. They don't think about nobody else, man.
You can't condemn somebody for being an addict.
Condemn him. He's got enough money to go and get a fucking hotel for a bit, man.
You're not understanding. He's an addict. I think you've been there. You understand. You should understand.
He's also Bobby.
No, but he could get into like an hostel. He could get into an hostel for a little bit and then wait for a flat.
Let Ronan speak.
The guy, you have to understand. You're both right at the same time, but you're missing the point. So the point is that
shut up.
He's also got
interrupting people. Sorry, Ronan, start again, because Ben, you keep on jumping. Over people.
So you both have points, right? But the thing about it is that's not what that you're missing the point altogether. He's a narcissist, and he's actively scamming people online. That it doesn't matter if you're a con man, it doesn't matter if you're a billionaire, it doesn't matter if you're a drug addict. He's actively scamming Paddy, and he's scamming the general public.
Well, that's a separate issue to the drugs. That's his nature anyway. You know.
Scotty, he's a narcissist because he wants fame, man. He buys these glasses and his mad jewellery, man. And in what world does that make him look cool?
I'm not questioning that.
That's what he says. Oh, he looks cool, doesn't he?
With this situation. You know,
we all know how easy it is to scam people on here, right? There's very low intellect people on this side of YouTube, right? Let's be honest, right?
On the top donate at that GoFundMe, don't you?
You are. Oh my God! How much?
Nah, it's because you said you would. You said you would if he was still there. You couldn't get out of it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I made a promise and I made right by me promise, but yeah.
But there's still 1,500. That's 1,500 pounds. You take 150 off 1,500 pounds. That's still a lot of money that people are donating. They will continue to donate.
Yeah, but just when you're talking about people of extremely low intelligence, I'm the top donator. What does that say about me?
You're doing it for a different reason. You're doing it for the content.
But there's people who ain't got a lot of money out there who's probably donating, man.
That's an investment. You've got an investment in that. That's you're doing that for the content. But it's actually on that. I have to say this, right? Just you were speaking about Deck prior about him being in prison. So I speak to everybody involved in the whole right wing space, the movement, the Patriot Act in Ireland, England, Canada, America, Rebel TV, the whole heap, right? And they've asked me who Deck is because they've heard me speak about the dark side of YouTube, and they have no clue about this demographic. And I said, listen, regardless of what you think about this guy, yes, he was put in prison for, whatever, ripping down Tommy Robinson content and basically gathering people together to make that could come off as a rat. Yes, he probably shouldn't have done prison time for that. However, this guy is a notorious grape ape that has absolutely targeted vulnerable people on a certain demographic of YouTube for his own gain. So there's no way that anybody should be defending him. So you've got Paul Golding basically backing this guy on X, and I know Paul, and he's got quite a big X account.
Britain First guy's backing Decker Eggy.
Well, he put out a tweet that's done like 600. Well, don't quote me in the numbers, but it's done a good amount of numbers. But I done my own video, and in X you can do a video and then post it.
Did you destroy his narrative? I hope you did, man.
I did.
Hey, I see what you did there.
I did,
awareness. Right? It needs awareness.
Yeah, so you have to understand, but it's not his fault. He doesn't see that. So I compared it to two different ones. Lee Duff, the Deca Higgy, Lee Duff, 8 weeks for 2 memes that he posted on Facebook was not really much context. The Deca Higgy that was actively online trying to create a group of people to while there was riots going on. So that would have been seen as, that's why he got years and Lee Duff only done 8 weeks. He done 4 weeks altogether. So you have to understand that space. They don't give a fuck. All they see is a white man being targeted for political opinions. They will not look into his back history. But Danny Christie did. I think
morons.
But this is
that's for them. For these guys, that's just a quick because it's going to be.
The world is changing.
He's going to come back and kick them up the asses once the truth
But you need to get people like that out of the group, because when you're talking about grooming gangs and stuff, and you get somebody like that's in your group, Deca. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's going to fucking come back with fire.
That was my point. I made the video when I said, look, he is one. He would be like, he doesn't care about England. He doesn't care about Islam. He doesn't care about Christianity. He doesn't care about white or black. He cares about the grift, and he doesn't give a fuck.
He only cares about himself. Yeah,
exactly.
And he's definitely not their poster boy.
Yes, definitely. Well, he's small fish compared to them anyway. Small fry compared to half the accounts out there. But reflecting on the situation now, I mean, he definitely was punching above his weight in regards to thinking who he was on YouTube, but he had a knack of scamming people on YouTube. He was the master at it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, whether
that be bare knuckle boxing tickets, mental health ambassador, or he even went down to raffles for £25 before he got arrested, didn't it?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hedgehog man.
But he didn't.
I went on his Hedgehog man. I went on Deca's live once, and I'd been fighting, and I was sniffing like all the time, like my nose was blocked. And he said, "You're on the yayo. You're on the coke." I don't know where that come from, but he said, "Add me on Facebook, and I'm going to counsel you." No,
Colombia, innit?
No, but I wasn't on coke. I wasn't on coke, like fucking hell. I wasn't. Like, it's just my nose is broke up. But
okay.
Has anybody on this?
But he never. I was laughing, like I was like texting him on. I was like, "Where's my counsellor?" And he never answered once. He just likes to bullshit online to make himself look good. He's a fool, man. He's a fucking idiot.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry. I remember, I just remembering something now. So I showed some guy the sting operation in the Philippines, and they went from being his biggest supporter, not knowing who the fuck he was. And I showed him it, and he was like, "That's not him. That's AI." And I was like, "Mate, this is fucking him."
There's plenty of things out there.
Hold on, though. Hold on. It could have been because Chew does have 6 fingers, so it could have been AI.
You don't even have to.
I love the picture when he's in behind the bars and he's got that real pedo behind him named Minor.
And he's got the sign up that says sex offender.
And his name is Minor.
No. I was arrested for a driving offence. It's like, well, all right, but that clearly says sex offender.
But if that pedo bummed up, he would have been done for going with a minor, wouldn't he? You know what I mean? That was his name.
Dick, I said, all my cellmates are all right. They're thinking, fucking all right.
I agree with you, Craig. I think Scotty's going to be dead within the next year. I think he's going to die within the next year.
I don't want that to be the case, Rome, but I do believe that is.
Here. So he's frail. He's white. He weighs about 6 stone. So.
Has anybody on this panel ever taken pre-gabs or pre-gabbling or whatever they are?
I've had 2 in my life, man, and I was in hospital, right? And this guy,
actually are they?
I went off he broke into his thing, because when you're in hospital, they put all your meds, the ones that lock and key, they put it in the side of your bed thing, and he broke into it and got them all out, man. And he gave me a couple of them. And he says, "I'll just chew him with a cup of tea, man." And I swear, I was like, I was on a Madden for like 6 hours, man. Just walking about like buzzing, talking to
what are they
people.
actually
Euphoria.
I talk about.
It's like euphoria. You know when you want to go
fucking
and just
that.
talk to people. It's like pills.
We can't hear a word, Anne.
Yeah.
Like
No,
that.
I know.
You know.
I'm
You
just,
know.
I guess
So
that's
I-
what Bobby's saying to people.
But obviously, he's taking over the odds to make him like be falling asleep because they take enough to do that. It just made
Right.
me like up and
No,
yeah, he's taking bloody
that's
harmony
what I
though.
mean.
Eh?
That's what I mean.
So what's he
I use
taking?
them
that's
for
what I
nerve
mean,
pain.
Craig.
Somebody saying in the chat there.
What are they going to do for him? What's he taking them for?
Them for nerve damage,
To get high? Is what he's
epilepsy,
taking them for.
and severe
but
anxiety.
what will they do for him? I mean, I heard him say he prefers Valium,
all.
but what? So why
I've never
would he
took
take-
Valium. That's one thing I never took, man.
Same.
Valium.
So
I
what
took
fix
everything.
is it going to give him? If
I
he's
think I might have
Yeah,
had
yeah.
one Valium once to try and get to sleep after a sesh, but I've never taken
Oh.
enough of them to get high or anything, so I've got no idea.
I've never had spice
Loads,
either off the street, man.
So
I
had
bought legal
I had
highs.
a near
back in the
addiction.
day.
I've had spice. It's
Smoke
fucking
Wow.
horrible.
I had a
had
near
it
addiction to
horrendous.
pills.
I've never had
Craig.
street spice though. I had it
Hey,
at
Mo.
the shop back in the day. You know when they used
Yeah.
to sell it black number.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Is that-
well,
is
one of my
that-
Wait a
friends.
minute, wait a minute,
Jesus
we're getting into I want to talk. I want to talk. What were you going to say, Rona?
So I had a near addiction to pills there about 2 years ago. Actually, during the whole Deca Higgy thing, I came down with a really bad flu, and somebody gave me the Cocodamols 30/500, and it took 3 of
Aye,
them.
the opiates.
Yeah, the opiates, right? But then I caught
Yeah.
I caught COVID. COVID was fine. It was a piece of piss. 3 days, and then I was okay again. But 2 weeks later, I got a flu, and I don't know what it was, but I was disorientated. So I took 4 off the Cocodamols 30/500, but then I forgot that I took them, and I took another 4, and then I took another 2.
Oh fuck.
And I went,
Oh,
I don't know,
yeah.
listen, my whole head was swimming. I don't know if I was going to OD or not, but I remember my missus walking
Aye.
into the room, and I was just like, she says that you looked like a baby. You were talking to the wall, you were talking about little people on the ground. But I remember after that, right? I remember after that happening, that I would take them consistently just to feel better because of the feeling they would give you. So I was getting
Do
euphoria.
you know
like
why? Do you know why? Because they're opiates. When you don't
Yeah.
take them, you don't feel right. You feel
Yes.
You know, I was addicted
But-
to heroin 15 years. Craig,
So
when I was
that's the
Yeah,
stronger
I know,
version.
I
Hey, that mad. I'm only like class A clean. I have a smoke of weed and I have a drink, man. But
No, what
yeah,
I mean
but them
is
Cocodamols, I still
He
have
was
to take
cracking most
painkillers because of my
probably. He was
bones, man.
cracking.
But I give it up, Ben, right? And the reason why I give it up was, and it's
Yeah.
it's silly to say this, right? But I give it up because, not because it was making my life bad, but because I couldn't go to the fucking toilet. I was constipated all the time.
Constipate, yeah,
Constipated,
that's
yeah,
what you
oh,
get.
So
Can
I was
I ask-
just,
can
I
I
was
ask-
like, fuck this.
Can I just ask this
Yep.
spice? This is a thing you see on these documentaries in prison.
It's like a synthetic cannabis. It's
Yeah.
Can I just ask, though,
synthetic cannabis.
Fucking
Is,
with
is this sort of like a cheap substitute to cannabis?
It
it's
was.
a cheap substitute
It
for
was.
gear, heroin and shit. You know what I mean?
Is this
That's
stuff
what
that-
it's
is
used as.
Is this the stuff that make you see them walking around like zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very,
Yes.
very. It's not,
Bobby, you used to be able to walk into any shop. Some news agents used to sell it legally, but it's been
Right.
banned now. My friend had a shop in town that sold it. He
Was
used
it salvia?
It wore
Was
as
it salvia?
powerful,
Sorry.
Craig, though, was it? It wore as
Salvia as
powerful
well.
as the street stuff.
Salvia only lasts a couple of minutes. Salvia is fucking horrible as well.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
love
I
that back
remember
then.
it all,
why do you
man.
see it-
horrible. You
why
don't
do
know
you
where
see
you
it?
are.
You always seem to see it in the prison system, don't you? But you see them where they'll
Yeah,
just
it's because it's very easy to smuggle in, Bobby. That's why it's so big in the
Right.
prison system.
right.
You
That's
can
all
get
I
it in on paper, can't you,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
And drown
And it
it
don't
out or
last.
something.
It doesn't last in your system. It don't last in your system so long. That's why they started taking heroin in prison.
When I was
Because weed
when I was
stays in your
about
fucking body
13,
for
14, we used to take poppers, man. Do you remember the liquid gold?
Yeah.
And it just used to give you a
Yeah,
headache,
you
man.
sniff them.
Yeah, but
No,
the
no,
buzz
and they
was
forget
horrible
you.
after
It
You
you
looks
don't
like
went.
your
sniff them, you
arsehole
hop them with your mouth, man, like that. Sniffing them's for
Oh, I've
girls.
never done that.
Craig,
They-
just as you said,
Craig,
Craig.
Nah.
they for gay people.
I know they are in the loose era.
Ben,
They are.
Ben.
Sound like a fucking cowboy then. I
Yeah,
know.
careful what you say.
They're supposed to be put on a radiator, man. You're supposed to
Yeah.
dip them in a bowl, put them on a radiator, and it goes around the room.
We used to go to we used to
Sorry,
go rock
sorry.
shots we used to go rock shots in Newcastle on a Saturday night, which is a gay club, and you used to be able to buy them from behind the bar. And obviously, we're peeled off. We're not swear. Fucking good times, man. Good times. I'm having a bit of euphoric recall now. Give us a second.
Good.
I got it handed. I didn't know what it was.
Can I
It was
just
a little
ask
gold.
now?
It was a
then?
little gold. It was a little gold. It was a little gold bottle called
Yeah.
Gold Rush.
Yeah.
And we went to a
I
pub,
want
and I was
DMT, man. I do.
I
That's
was
the one thing I'd still
absolutely
try.
off
'Cause I
the
don't
handle.
class that as
Craig,
a...
Craig, why don't you actually let Ronan finish what he's saying? before you jump
Oh, everybody, man. Everybody's
Yeah.
talking, not just me. Don't single me out, sister.
I've been.
You know what?
I've
One's on
been-
the
Craig,
road.
you
This-
bastard.
this
Yeah.
live
You
is
won't let
like
me
a
speak.
cold
Everyone,
Craig, you're a
now,
bastard.
Shut up. Everyone, shut up, right? I've been calling Ben out.
Can I just ask? No.
She's going to
I've been
start
calling
muting.
Ben out as well, haven't
She's
I,
going to
Ben?
start
So,
muting.
Princess
Yes,
Narrative
I listen.
Destroyer.
I
Don't
am
go
not
thinking
racist.
you're being
I have a
picked
black
on.
friend.
Now, Ronan was saying something. If he was interrupting you, I'd say, no, let Craig talk.
The tablets.
Wouldn't I? So come on,
Ronan's got
Ronan,
the-
you have your say.
Ronan's the teacher's pet.
The
Oh
tablet.
shit! There we go. You put me on the spot, and everybody's got.
I am
I was going to
not
say.
I know,
that's-
man. I'll interrupt
go
you
on.
again, so it's better for you, man. I've saved you, Ronan, man. Go on, tell your story, bro.
Go on, Ronan. Go on.
No, it's just you're saying.
Sorry.
I have to get myself one of
You
those
mother-
sound
Go on,
bites. They're
mate.
brilliant.
Go on, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I will. I want to.
No, you were saying there about the Gold Rush.
Don't know where to get it from now. That's the
This
problem.
sounds like my next door neighbor. Fuck, I thought it was actually him there.
Yeah.
But no, you were saying there about the Gold Rush, so that's what it was. I was a kid. I was only about 17, and we were looking for a place to drink, and we didn't know it was a gay bar. And I walked in this big 6'2", like I don't know what I don't want to be derogatory, but this was a man dressed as a woman. I don't know if he identifies as a woman.
Get
Just
him, man.
hands me
Get
this.
him. Get him, man. Get him.
Just hands me this bottle. And was like, take this. I didn't know if you would drink it or not, but she goes, no, you have to sniff this. And I sniffed it. And I goes, what the fuck is that? I was high. She goes, that's for loosening your arsehole. I went, what?
Yeah.
I know.
What?
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Hold on.
muscle,
Hold on
man.
a
It's a
second.
muscle relaxant.
Then what happened?
You should
Then I
have
went
had
to the
that.
toilet
but-
and
Keep
some
talking.
It's good
Keep
when you're
talking.
on
And what
air,
happened?
We
Relax
woke
your
up
arse
6
up.
hours later.
Yeah.
PB,
This needs a SpongeBob
Right.
thing, man. And 4 hours later, you wake up.
This it's like a coke sesh with everybody shouting over the top of each other.
It is all right.
Oh, shut up, man.
Oh, anyone got any coke?
The tablet.
So going back to
Brilliant.
Scotty, what can happen? What could possibly happen?
What can
now?
we do? To...
Apart from people saying he's just going to die on the farm, what?
Yeah, I want to talk about Scotty a bit now. Shall we talk
Yeah.
about Scotty a little bit?
What's Paddy going to do? What would you
What
do?
can
if
he
you were
do?
Paddy?
Like seriously, what can he do?
I'd stuff him. I'd stuff all his goods with him. Send him in a taxi. Put some cash with him, and take him to the local hospital and say,
That's-
"Help me."
It's
I think.
It's as simple as this, right? Right. Even if Paddy tied him up in the shed until all the drugs were out of his system and he got him clean for 12 weeks or whatever, the second Scotty is free to do what he wants, he'll go back on drugs because that's what addicts do. Unless Scotty wants to change, nobody can do anything for him. And I wish that wasn't the case, but that's the reality. That's it.
Oh, I've just thought of something. How about Gateshead Angel, man? Her likes him, man. I was asking me, how old do you think I am? Has been sending me comments, man, saying, how old do you think I am? And I said, well, at least 10 years older than me.
And how old are you?
Like,
How old are you? How old are you, Narrative?
39, man.
Yeah, so
And because I'm late 50s, because I was fucking close then.
Are you older than Ratbull?
Ratbull, man, that's a lie.
He's 50.
I'm 14 April, man.
He said
Oh,
it
yeah.
today. It was.
I'm
37.
pushing.
Ratbull.
I'm 40.
56.
I'm 45 next month.
Oh,
you don't look at Craig. Oh, thank you.
That'll explain why I'm
44
attitude
now.
era and your fucking golden era in wrestling. Man. Them 5 years. Isn't
You're
it?
only as young
Yeah.
as you feel.
So do you think Paddy's going to do that, or do you think he's just going to
But
continue to try?
there's nothing he can do, and for Paddy's own mental health, I think he needs to get him off the farm.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Paddy's going to
Driving
end
him,
if he stays there, Paddy's going to end up chinning him, and that's not going to do either of them any good, is it? So
Right.
Look, Paddy's enjoying it. He's seeing the clicks and views. He's enjoyed it. He may be shouting at him and all that. That's because Paddy's not in control.
Oh,
And that's what he's shouting at. He
oh,
needs
that's
to be in
crazy.
control, Paddy. But that's my view. And I think, as I said in my video, you can't go taking on board someone as seriously addicted as Scotty and expect him not to relapse. He's going to relapse again and again and again. That's what happens. And you have to be on it.
Hold on.
For it with the long run.
and you have to be clean from all substances before you can relapse. And he's never been clean of all
That's a
substances.
good point. That's a fucking brilliant point.
This is
You know what?
Hold on
Go
a second.
on,
What
go on.
we're experiencing right now
on,
isn't a
go on.
relapse. He's just gotten worse than he was. This isn't a relapse. You have to be
Couldn't you-
sober to relapse.
Couldn't you have pointed that out with someone else and make them look stupid? You make
Sorry.
them look
So what,
stupid
were they a
now.
point?
You're still my
Were they a
favourite
point?
nun.
Were they a point from
Oh, Eric Idle, man. Robbie Coltrane. Brilliant
Craig, let me
film,
speak.
man.
Were they a point from
Can you get the bottle of water, please?
from Scotty turning up at the farm till now? Were there a point where he was improving?
Well,
He was getting what?
he's always been smoking weed, right? Now, which it doesn't matter what your own views of weed are. Weed's a drug, whether you like it or not. It is. He's
know.
always been smoking weed, and he's still on his prescription things. If I was to walk into an NA meeting and try and pick up a sober key ring and be like, "Oh, I'm just smoking weed,"
Sniffing
I'd get laughed out the
dicks.
door.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get you, Craig, man, but I've got my own version of clean that works for me in my head. You know what I mean? Like,
Craig,
because like
Craig, I've
being
got
on
the-
Class A and having a smoke and a bit is two different things, man.
Yeah, I've
You know
got the utmost respect for you for that, Craig. That you know what I mean. You're doing something that works for you, and that's cool. But I know for an addict like me, I couldn't take one drug. I couldn't have anything. It would escalate. It would escalate as soon as I have a couple of
I've become accustomed to it though. It's the way I've learned myself, man, and I'll never want to go back to Class A again because, like,
And
I
take my hat off for you. I take my hat off to you for that, Craig. Well done, mate.
Yeah,
honestly, I
you've got
mean
a
that.
point to one, man, sorry.
That's the way I got through
Wait a minute,
being on Class
Craig.
A, man. Maybe in the
Craig,
future I'll
Craig,
fucking think,
Craig,
I'm going to stop
Craig,
doing this.
Craig.
So what I'm hearing here,
Craig, here we are, Bobby.
Thank you. What I'm hearing here.
Well, no, don't say thank you. You were interrupting Sister Reverend Cow.
Thank you.
Reverse
Thank
Cow
you, Anne.
Girl. Right,
Sister.
just let me just say, Craig, right. 'Cause I
Evening,
need to
Chrissy.
apologize. Do you know what? I'm going to kill him.
Go on, hear you, Bobby. She's
Who's
watching
now?
I'm a Celebrity with headphones on. She can't hear you.
And no, I'm talking about Bobby.
I thought you loved me.
Anyway, what's going to Craig? If you got totally clean, right, you'd know that you don't learn yourself. You don't learn yourself.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just felt like saying something.
Can I just say what I'm hearing here?
Thanks for that, Aaron. Thanks for
What
that.
I'm
That was
hearing
about
here from people who have experienced these
No,
things.
that was like
Shut
Kamala
up.
Harris, man, in an interview. That
Oh.
was. Let's
What I'm
be
hearing
on
here-
board and
Craig, let me
what
speak.
not has been.
What I'm hearing here from people who've experienced these situations is that it's the individual, very much the individual, and it's a very complex thing to come off drugs. And it sounds
Bobby,
like
it-
90%, if not more, is down to the individual to deal with it.
Of course it is.
100%.
Bobby,
Sorry,
It's
sorry.
100%.
Bobby, they told me I was.
No,
sorry.
obviously,
They
you
told me
can.
I-
Yeah,
a
but
little bit
the
of support.
difference between having a smoke and a drink and being on Class A, especially gear and stuff like that, is night and day, man. You know what I mean? You're doing well,
Fucking-
like compared to that shit. Trust me on that.
So how do they
There's
deal with
difference
it?
between downers and
You mean-
uppers.
you
though.
went cool.
How do they deal
Oh,
with it?
that's
in
why
these
they call
rehab
them puffs,
centres?
you know, man, because of the noise that when it
Craig,
inhales
okay.
on there. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you, Craig.
Called the
How do they
sex
deal with
party.
it? How do they deal with it in these rehab centres then when somebody turns up but they're not ready for it? Do they just let them go back?
They wouldn't turn up, would they?
Yeah. Or the
You
quite
just gotta
often.
do your rat, well.
quite a lot of people I've met that have gone to these rehab centers that didn't want it for themselves. They do it. They do it.
Man. You know, if you've been on heroin badly, right, you're scarred for life, man. You can do a rattle, you can do it all, man, but it's always there. You're scarred, man. You've got that big scar down that nobody can see.
Just like Craig Hedgehog, man. Say that one again, Craig.
Saying I've seen people that have gone into these rehab centers. I've never been in one, but I've seen people that have gone in that have told me that they were trying to get sober for someone else and they didn't really want it. And they do the 12 weeks. A lot of them just leave during the 12 weeks and don't come back.
Right.
Or they do the 12 weeks that they have what's called like a graduation thing where all the family comes and celebrates. Shut up, Ben. Where they have like a graduation thing where their family comes and they celebrate it and that, and then they go out the next day and use again because because they still want to use. You have to want to stop using.
In that centre, when you're going to the meetings, how does that?
You've got to get fed up of it. You've got to get fed up of it yourself.
You've got to hit rock bottom. You've got to hit rock bottom.
So can I just say, when you're in these centres, right, and you're going and you want to survive in these meetings, and you want to do it, how, does it set you back when
some people just do it because the family has asked them to do it? They don't really mean
I'm
it.
not saying that,
Craig, wait a minute. Listen to what he's saying. Then you'll be able to hear what he's saying, but you don't let people get to the end of the sentence, so you're not getting what he's saying.
I understood what Craig was on about, man.
No,
not Craig. Bobby.
Go on, Bobby.
I'm just saying,
what he meant.
When you're in these meetings, Craig, and you really want it, you're determined. You thought, I'm going to go for this, and I want it to happen. And you go next week, and someone's dropped out, or does it set you back mentally?
Bobby, I've been to several funerals of people I've met in those rooms in the last 12 months. Yeah, it does. Some of the kids I had a bond with, and I thought they were mint. And they've gone back out and relapsed, and their tolerance wasn't what it used to was. Yeah. Or one of them just thought, "Fuck this," and literally took an overdose on purpose. It's soul destroying.
And what advice would you give to somebody who thought, I can't go to these meetings and survive if others drop out? What advice would you?
What you're taught is to use that as that's a constant reminder of what happens if you stop going to these meetings and what will happen to you if you don't do it. You know what I mean?
It's interesting stuff.
There are one thing fix all. Different things work for different people, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
You know what I mean? This guy, Ben, in the middle, right? He's going through like dangerous addiction at the minute. Like him drinking like vodka all the time, guzzling it off. Like that's like death. Kind of
I lost my best friend to bottles of vodka.
Yeah, I stopped.
So, how are you doing, Ben?
I've been in Os. Just drinking Desperado and smoking weed.
Good, man. So you got off the vodka.
It's a lot better than vodka. Well done.
Yeah, man.
I had to. It was killing me. I went
I know, man. The way I see him drink that bottle, I knew he was like,
Can I just ask Anne a question?
Craig.
No, that is a question.
Anne.
Well, ask because Ben, this is the thing. Wait a minute, Ben, be quiet for 1 second. Right?
Sorry, Anne.
Ben
was Mr. Reverse Cowgirl.
I just wanted to ask you, Anne. Have you
wait a minute, Bobby.
Reverse Cowgirl, yeah, that's a sex movement.
Yeah, no, I've just noticed her name.
Right.
I thought Bobby said that. Did you ask her, Bobby?
I asked.
You were saying you were saying something. You were sharing. No, I swear to God, I'm going to fly off me later in a minute if
the tablet
people keep on jumping on and jumping in on what people are
saying.
I
am not racist.
You were sharing something then, right? Weren't you, Ben? About your addiction.
Pardon?
You were sharing something about your addiction then, weren't you? And you were just talked over and giggled over.
Yeah,
so what were you saying about your addiction?
No, they'll pull that one, man.
I'm just telling the fucking truth. I've been in.
No, I'm talking to Anne, man. We say it like a authorized NA meeting. We're allowed to giggle, man.
Hi.
Sorry.
My name's Craig and I'm an addict. It's the wrong time, innit?
My name's Craig and I'm an addict.
My pancreas is.
Is there an echo?
I'm not supposed to drink. I've been in 10 times. You got to go nil by mouth, like.
Whose phone's ringing?
But it's not mine.
I am not racist.
they're just saying.
Hello, taxi.
That's
What
your
you want?
soundboard, Craig. Video, Craig, that's your soundboard.
What? The phone's not my soundboard. I haven't got a
Oh, I
phone.
heard it. I'm not racist.
I've got it. Hold on, listen to the whole thing. It says,
I am not racist. I have a black friend.
that's Decker Heggie for you. And
I'm not racist. I have a black friend.
And giving up on
it's
us.
an actual
Giving up
Decker
on us.
quote. No, and he
Oh,
wasn't bait. That wasn't said in irony. He really meant it.
I don't know. He's fucking.
Hey, Jugman,
That's so
have
funny.
they ever found this black friend? Can you find his black friend? So I want to see it.
Well,
I
don't know.
believe it.
I think
black
he goes by the Black
Hold on.
Mamba. He's known as
Hold
the
on,
Black
hold on, hold on,
Mamba.
hold on, hold on,
I've
hold on,
heard
hold
of him
on.
before, mate.
Let's not even
Mandingo
discriminate.
Chris.
Let's not even discriminate. Can anybody find any friend of Decker, regardless of race,
No.
religion, color, or creed? No. So he's not got a black
No.
one, has he?
Anyway,
Yeah,
you
chew,
forget-
man. Chew, chew,
Bobby.
chew.
Bobby,
Chew.
Yeah.
what did you want to ask me?
I was just saying, since we're on this addiction business, because I don't know a lot about it. Okay, I'm addicted to smoking. I like to drink, but I'm,
Do you want us to send you a packet in the post?
Just Bobby.
but I
get to
can,
the end of it as
I can
quick-
control it. If I need to stop, I will stop.
Oh, spoken like a true addict.
No, yeah. No, I was just wondering if you've ever had any addictions, smoking, drinking, or even
Smoke,
drugs.
never drink and smoke. I used to smoke.
Have you never had an addiction?
Anne's had a smoking addiction, man.
I had a smoking addiction. I always
You was
say
addicted
that.
to smoking, and you've told me before.
Let Anne
I
speak.
know tobacco.
speak.
That's what was my addiction. Tobacco, and I found that horrendous to give up.
And did you struggle to stop that addiction?
Oh, didn't I just? About 6
you?
times I tried and failed. I was really addicted to it.
Smoke is on.
And what put me right off was the minute I stopped smoking, I started piling on the weight.
Yeah.
Well, I've got injections for that if you're interested.
No, thank you. No,
Can I
thank
just
you.
say something,
Ozempic.
Bobby? Are you drinking a bit more than you should, and you think asking people questions for this reason, or am you all right, bro?
What? No, I'm not drinking. No.
Put Bobby full screen. Come on, let's put it on him.
No, I'm smoking, but I'm not.
Well,
drinking.
Bobby, I'd like
I,
put him full
I
screen.
enjoyed the video you did the other day, Bobby, when you was
Thank
walking.
you.
Have you got a drone? How did
Yeah.
you get them
Intervention,
ideas
Bobby, this
from,
is
man?
intervention.
You got a drone?
Yeah, I just
Bobby.
got a new drone.
Bobby, right? We need to serious things up now. This is actually we said that we'd have a bit crack on for an hour, and then we'd tell you this is actually your intervention tonight.
All right,
Intervention.
intervention. No, I'll tell you what my habits are. I drink once a week. I go out with the
Pissing-
boys on a Friday night, and I
Piss in a bean tin.
and then
I'm going to piss in a bean.
And I
now.
do
You have to get there
Bobby.
before.
more than I should do.
Wait,
But I like a drop of whiskey. But the problem
I was
with whiskey
keeping
is
it. I was keeping
Yeah,
it
Bobby,
warm, man. I
shoot.
didn't wait for the right
I
moment.
am not
Sorry, I'll
racist.
binge it,
I have
and
a
that's
The
black friend.
tablet.
bad.
I am not
But
racist.
as far
tablet.
as a serious addiction, obviously smoking is a serious addiction, but alcohol I can turn it down.
Have you
anytime.
got a
Pissing
bean
in
tin
tin
ready
too.
there? If he ain't got a tin ready, man,
I'm
he's
pissing
an
in it.
addict, man.
I'm pissing in it. Watch now. You're going to see it's a cup. 70th birthday. This is my mother's 70th. I'll wash it out this right. Look. Just
What's
pissed in it. Watch
happening?
now.
I'm not even going to tell you. I can see what he's doing.
Oh, screen recorded, and send us it. Screen recorded.
Bobby,
Alright,
I like
what's
the
the
video.
Hoover by your foot,
Anne,
bro? Is that
Anne.
Hoover?
Has Ben got a big chopper or
That's
what?
my vacuum cleaner there. Yeah, that's my vacuum.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
vacuum.
I'm like,
Mine's
I'm
here.
spot
I've got
the
mine
difference.
here. And put me on. I've got mine here. Vacuum gang. Vacuum gang.
Mine's a
Come
shark.
on.
Mine's a shark.
Mine's a fucking shark as well. Me daft cunt. What are you on about, man?
Hey, now stop your language. You're not on your own, Joe. Now stop that filthy language.
Oh, Anne, I meant to say something to you, Anne. So this is something that you need to know. So
Funny,
YouTube have changed their rules. Remember you said earlier on about Ben? He said pedophile, but then you told him to say
Timer!
pedophile.
Oh,
No,
whoa,
listen.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Here, listen.
Wow.
Anne, you have to hear this. You have to hear this.
It's a real
Now,
word.
because of Trump's win, and because right-wing parties are being elected all around Europe, YouTube have lessened the restrictions on the platform because it's not
Oh,
making
well
any
then.
money.
Right, okay,
Right.
then I've got a song. Peter, pedophile, 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 Peter, pedophile, Peter.
Right. Now, they've seen
Yeah,
Rumble, the amount,
God
the amount of money that Rumble is making with the tiny little servers that they have. They've got YouTube have got massive servers, and there's people.
I'm going to say something to you now, Ronan. Why
Was
did
it
you tell
pedophile?
why did you have to tell people that? Why?
Pardon?
Why did you have to tell people that? You did that maliciously.
No,
did
for
that
you,
out
because
of
I know
malicious
I know you make videos and you
No,
sell
Ronan
content.
malicious
said you're
intent.
allowed to say
You
now.
did that. You knew what would
Have
happen.
you noticed, guys?
Look, we've
Ronan's
got
gone from hero to zero with Annie.
when
In
you've
no
got
time.
Oh,
this fella on.
it's a conspiracy.
Let me just say
Ronan.
this right.
He's
when
like
you've
Hell,
got
Ronan.
this
good,
on,
isn't he?
when you've got
Ronan.
this fella on,
Ronan.
when you've got
Ronan.
when you've got this fella on, right? What do you think's going to happen when you say something like that? And then you've got this to deal with. You've got this to deal with as well. Two ADHDs, and you go and say
What's up, John?
I can't help laughing. Sorry, I can't help laughing.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, Trixie boy.
What's going on, Annie?
Hedgehog Man.
He's the hedgehog man.
Hey.
Sorry, what you saying?
Very gold.
I like
Sorry,
that.
what was that?
You'll have to do me a tune. I like
Very
that.
good.
Bullhead. Play that again. Here we go. Play
Surprise.
it again.
Play what again?
Ooh,
Your hedgehog
The
man.
hedgehog man.
you want to get
I don't do
deep,
requests.
He's
I'm
the
sorry.
hedgehog man.
Isn't he a shit?
All right, then we'll do one more for you.
Porcupine. Yeah. The
Peter,
lover.
pedophile, 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 pedophile.
Pedophile.
Ronan, that's your fault.
Yeah, it's only
You
saying
did
Peter
that.
File.
I
Peter
take
File.
full responsibility for that.
Hold on.
Right, let me ask Ronan
I
a
thoroughly
serious
enjoyed
question
that.
about politics. Let me ask Ronan a serious, because he's Irish.
Yeah, go on. Let's get on to. Let's move from that to politics. Come on.
It'll be a quick thing. What do you think about Jerry Hutch running? For the,
Listen,
Hands empty,
Jerry Hutch was sent in to Dublin Central to snatch the votes of Malachy Stenson because Jerry Hutch, believe it or not, is actually a part of the establishment. I reckon they cut him
would you
in saying,
vote for him?
we won't put
Would
you in
you-
prison if you run
you-
and take the votes of Malachy Stenson, because Malachy Stenson is the right-wing nationalist that was going to
Yeah.
clean up in Dublin Central. So,
Right,
listen,
Ronan,
I know
I thought they called him the monk because of his hair, right? But it is because he don't touch alcohol or anything, eh?
Yeah,
Don't-
no,
I
he
don't
don't
listen,
take drugs or nothing.
Jerry Hutch is a good lad, and I don't even think
He is.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's in on the plan. But just hear me out for 2 seconds. I don't think he's actually in on it. But what they've done is they've basically they're going to not target him because he was going to be arrested. Well, he was arrested in Spain on money
He was
laundering,
arrested,
on,
yeah.
on trafficking. But then that sort of went to one side. He came back to Dublin. Boom, he registered to vote with Gavin Pepper. And you have to understand Malachy Stenson. He
He
is
had a
the
limo
proper-
company day, man.
Well, he's a
Yeah,
proper
Cab.
hardline nationalist that will take the votes from Dublin Central. Now, since that, Malachy Stenson didn't get in. Jerry Hutch collected the votes, and Mary Lou McDonald of Sinn Féin also collected a lot of
hate
votes.
it.
I
I
think
hate
he was
Sinn
getting-
Féin, man. I was used to hear that when I was a kid. Sinn Féin.
So you have to understand it's one big massive political game of
Jerry
chess.
Adams, man.
The Irish
Jerry
government
Adams is a
are just
wanker.
listen. The
Jerry
Irish
Adams
government
is
are
a
just
rat.
a pack of wankers anyway.
Ah,
You
yeah.
know,
see,
is
Ronan, see
that
what
in a
I've
cockerel and a had a
Right.
shave or what?
Let
Emma's
Ronan finish
looking
what he
nice.
was saying. Go on. Let him finish what
That
he
looks
was
like
saying.
him a cockerel,
He's
not
interested.
shaven.
So you have to understand, right? You have to understand England and Ireland right now are being absolutely decimated with corruption, and they will do anything to hold on to power. So they've corrupted democracy. They've sent agents in unknowingly. I'm not saying that Jerry Hutch is an
Sorry,
agent
Craig. That's what
willingly, but he's unknowingly sent in to take votes from certain hardline nationalists that should be running the country, like
Course.
Malachy
It's a
Stenson.
power move.
Yeah, it's a part 100%. But listen, fair play to Jerry. He said something I agree with. He
I
says,
love Jerry.
he says, if to the immigrants, when you come over here, bring your toolbox and your skills, because right now Ireland is spending billions on looking after people that aren't worth
Yes.
anything to society.
Ben,
I mean,
you
you're literally
Ben looks a bit like Jerry Hutch, actually. Why do you love him? Is he your dad or something?
fuck me.
Yes. How do you know?
I'm gonna get
You know
clipped here.
everything.
I'm gonna
I'm
get
not
clipped.
saying it's just- no, I just like him as a person.
Oi, Craig, when you was like interviewing Brian
The
Cockrell
General
and he said
Martin
Porno
Cahill.
Godfrey, was it funny?
Say that again. Sorry. When what?
When you was interviewing Brian Cockrell and he said Porno Godfrey, did you laugh?
I
Nearly.
don't know. I don't get that.
Hey,
He
Jug
said
You did,
Man.
you did a
Godfrey.
podcast
Hey,
with him,
Jug
he's talking, he goes, Diggy Higgy, all sorts of Porno Godfrey. You tried to say
I didn't even clock
pornography.
it. I didn't even clock it. I was that much in the awe of Big Bri. I didn't even notice that.
All right, yeah, man. Okay,
Hey,
yeah, you
Jug
could have
Man.
been.
Hey, Jug Man. We're not going to
Yes,
judge
Ben.
you now. We're not going to judge you now, but be honest, right? I've watched his interviews, right? And I like Brian. I feel sorry for anyone who's going through pain and ill.
Desperados
He's an
don't make you speak like that, though, do
he's
they,
an
lad?
absolute
How many bottles
bullshit.
of vodka you had, man? Just be honest, man.
I don't drink fucking vodka anymore.
He was talking to Bobby.
Oh, right. I've had fucking...
Craig, I
four
don't think
cans.
you've got any empathy or sympathy for anybody.
Yeah, it
Of
depends.
course. Oh, you talking about me or Craig? I don't know which one you're talking to.
Narrative. You
It
don't seem to.
depends.
You don't seem to.
Hold on, which
someone's wrong,
narrative?
you don't-
No, this is
What-
confusing. This now I
know,
don't know which narrative you're talking to.
It's older, it ain't me. Oi, Bobby.
You
But
seem to hold a
why
grudge,
do
Craig.
why do you have the empathy? Is it for like real good reasons or just to
Yeah,
like
if Brian
virtue
Cockrell's
signal?
a man who's ailing and he's not well, you know, I
Who?
do feel for the
Who
guy.
ain't well,
regardless.
man? Who ain't well?
No, and it's like people they're putting Scotty G saying, you know, he's evil, he's nasty, he's horrible, he's
Nah, he's a
nasty.
sly little fucker, man. He'll say
Right,
anything and
right.
do anything to
Scotty-
get what he wants,
Scotty-
man. He don't
Scotty
care
G,
about anybody
I don't-
else, man. He expects
Scotty
everybody
G,
else to help him.
I don't,
man.
I
Is a
don't disagree
convicted
with
armed
you.
robber who put a hammer to a woman's
I
head.
know.
I don't
He's
disagree
not
with anything
vulnerable.
you're saying, but what I do disagree with is you know, you've got to look at the other side of things as well.
Check him in then, Bobby.
Let me finish.
Check
He
him in.
doesn't compensate from being a narcissist, but the man is an addict to a serious drug, and it's sad to see.
No, he looks down on heroin users. He looks down
Well,
on
he
people who
looks-
take that. That's
you're
what I
not
call
getting the point.
standard. To be honest.
You're not
That's
getting
the
the
first hatred I had for him.
Well,
Like, no, I never took that.
I
Look
just
at the
want to have
state of
something
it,
in
man.
it. Bobby said something. Just let's ask something here, right? Because it's interesting. You know, why do we have to automatically feel sorry for someone?
It's not.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying anybody has to. It's part of the human emotion to be empathetic or sympathetic.
Mhm.
Why?
No, but it's part of the emotion when you're a bit of a narcissist trying to be a white knight, like virtue signaling as well, isn't it?
And what I'm showing empathy for is
I call it
understanding-
fake outrage. I do. I call
Yeah,
it fake
there's
outrage.
plenty of that on here.
What I'm
There's
saying
plenty
is
of that on here.
I show sympathy or empathy towards a person's situation, regardless
What
of
by
who they
talking
are.
about it on a
If
video?
someone's got cancer, would you still say he's a little knackead who wants to die? Die, you little bastard. Would you? is
No,
that
but,
what
but,
you
but
think?
cancer's
No,
not a
because
choice. Cancer's not a
cancer-
choice.
But to me, what I'm hearing from you is very bitter, and it's like I've got.
All right,
it's
sorry,
got
Al.
to be, you know, it's,
If the
it's-
guy had
no.
cancer, like, of course, I'd feel sorry for him a little bit, but not
So
too
why-
much
why
because I
wouldn't you
think,
feel
oh, his
sorry for him?
lifestyle's caused his cancer.
But what? That's
Oh,
to
come
me, that's
on,
hypocritical
Craig.
because
A
you won't
little bit of
feel for him
someone
being
had
addicted.
cancer.
I'm just honest. I'm sorry about that, Bobby.
Yeah, but that's not. It's a hypocritical statement to make.
My nan
It's
died
not a
of
what?
cancer.
One illness
My father
rises
died of
above another
cancer. If you
illness.
see someone die of
It's
cancer,
just
you...
it's ridiculous to me.
Oi, Bobby, I'll tell you what's ridiculous. You trying to question me how I feel about Scotty when I've been an addict myself and you never
Yeah.
have been
Yeah, but
really.
you
So,
did it
like,
yourself.
you don't know
Craig,
what
let
you're
me give
talking
you a
about,
call
yeah?
then. Craig, you did it to yourself, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I've got that experience and I fucking learned my experience.
Does that
So
make
How
I've
long
got
was
more
you-
to go.
Does that make you
Oi,
how long-
how's your mum, man?
Can you
Oi,
not get
is your mum alright?
can you not
You've got
get
the
How
milk.
long was you,
Craig,
Craig?
Craig,
How long was you on?
listen.
How long was you on heroin from drugs? How long was you on it for?
About in between breaks, about 17 years.
Right.
Well,
Fair
But
play.
can you not
fair
get
play.
educated and learn about these
Fair
things
play.
without having to been
Fair
experiencing them?
play.
and have enough.
Nah,
food.
but you get the proper, like, you get the proper. No, because you need to empathise. You don't know what these people are like. You don't know what people are like when they get like that.
Craig, were you injection or chasing the dragon, if you mind me asking?
I was in.
I did. I injected for like 2 years when I was really young.
Wow.
I got in it when I was 17, and then I stopped because I fucking got scarred my arm up for 2 years, and then I smoked it ever since.
Craig.
Right.
Craig, you start on the foil, don't you, Craig? And it's not working the same.
Yeah.
So
But that was like quick, like that was like when I first got on it, like.
But I was
That's in my past, man. I ain't the one slurring my words, so I don't really want to go through it, to be fair.
Craig, sorry, just another question for you here, mate. Right, sorry, Ben. Apologies.
No worries, Ronan.
No, maybe both of you can answer this question for me, right?
I can't understand him, man. I'm just being honest. I need subtitles, man.
How did you first get on? Like,
shut up, you wanker.
I've never been offered heroin in my life. If you offer somebody
how
heroin,
did I get on it? I've been through this loads. I'll tell you, man. I was taking crack, man. I was going clubbing on pills and that, taking coke and that, speed a lot, like, and crack come from somewhere, and I started smoking that when we come back from the club, man, and it become available then because they come together kind of.
No, he asked you where did the heroin come into it.
Yeah, so
the question just told you.
So the reason why I ask, right? The reason why I ask, I want
to come.
So
you start having it to come down off the crack, yeah.
So this is why I'm
have a drink. You could take Valium.
Ben, shut up, man. Ben, all you do is guzzle bottles of vodka and pretend you ace. So shut the fuck up, man. I'm honest about what I'm doing. I'm having a kind of scrumpy jack and I'm smoking a joint, man.
Craig,
you're drinking bottles of vodka, man.
Craig, so today you can get crack and heroin here, right? So listen to me. You're both using that. Answer this question.
He looks like one of them, nutcracker soldiers. What's he dressed in, man? Ben.
Here we are, Ben. So, if you're going to do that, put your thing off. Take
I like Craig, but he pisses me off sometimes. He thinks he's a tough guy.
Can I ask Ronan a question?
Ronan even hasn't asked this question.
Smash his head in 2 seconds.
There's a point. There's a whole point to me.
Questions. Can I ask you a question? What does your wife think about you arguing with people like this on YouTube, Bobby?
My wife. She's not.
Let's get to the point of this. Let's get to the point of this, right?
Let Bobby talk. And fucking.
Right, wait a minute. I'm going to have to. I'm sorry, because I don't know who's talking here and what's.
It's definitely Ben.
What's just happened?
Slow me here, Jughead.
Bobby, for some reason, doesn't look too pleased.
Anne, I'll send you. Anne, I'll send you the.
I don't care, man. This joke's going to be bad, but he looks like Lee Rigby, man. What's he wearing?
He looks like Lee Rigby.
What's happened?
What?
Bobby? What's happened?
You look like a fucking.
Anne.
You know what? I swear to Christ, none of you would survive.
No, do not take the Lord's name in vain.
And
none of you.
Tell you what's happening.
None of you.
Craig and Craig are having a dig at
Bobby, wait a minute.
Don't you have any song about a pedo again?
None of you could survive in the profession I survived in because you had to do what you were told. And
is that shit on the floor?
So come on, tell me. No.
Can we change the subject because I'm getting bored with all this drug talk.
No, what upset you before? Something upset you.
Right, Anne, I'll send you that invoice over tomorrow. Okay, catch you later.
Craig, can I ask Craig? Can I finish this question?
A question.
Yeah, sorry. Can I finish the? I just want to finish the question.
Yes, certainly,
it's two questions. Well, two. A thing that I want to say. So, me and Craig are around about the same age. I'm 37. He's 39. Right. So, whenever I was a kid, whenever I was 16, 17, I remember there was a heroin dealer. It was only one in my town. And he got kneecapped. He got his legs blown, his kneecaps blown clean off for selling heroin, right? Now, I'm not condoning that, but heroin was just a no-go back then. Now, today, you've got all these different heroin dealers because of immigration and stuff, and the borders are open so that it's more prevalent today. There's lots of heroin and crack in the likes of Belfast and big cities and all over.
The Muslims, bro, man. Let's just be obvious. The Muslim guys.
For God's sake, it's on your brain, isn't it, Muslims?
So what I'm trying
to say, just my lived experience, man, and what I've seen.
Racist. You're a fucking.
So what I'm
racist.
trying to say is right. What I'm trying
Yeah,
to say is,
I guarantee. I've had
Well,
all
very-
the dealers I've had. Right, couple of them have been white, man. Most of them have been of that fucking origin. You know what I mean?
Where'd you live,
Yeah,
Craig?
yeah.
Where'd you live?
Sure.
Where'd you live? Where'd you live?
Like, Dudley,
Ron and
man.
Oh,
finish.
There you
surprise,
go.
surprise.
Mute the man and let Ron and finish.
So this,
Yeah,
I
go on,
want,
finish.
I want, so I'm what I want to say to you is, so what it seems to me is England for a very long time has been facilitating drugs, regardless if it's Islamic, white, Christian, Buddhist, atheist. It's been
Where do you
facilitating.
think it comes from, man?
Oh,
I know that. I get that. Listen, for a different
From the
topic, I'm not talking
docks,
about where it
every
comes from. I'm
docks.
just,
Let
I'm
him
saying,
finish.
for the past 40 years, England and big cities and on that side of the water have been facilitating drugs to the younger population for a very long time, which is fucking mad thinking about it. You've got a young, no wonder the generation today is absolutely destroyed with drugs because it's been facilitated. That's fucking corruption. Now, if you look at over here, the threat of extreme violence back in the day, not today, it's prevalent today. Drugs are prevalent today. But back in the day, you would have got your kneecaps blown out. Somebody would have, I've seen it. I watched a man get shot in the back of the kneecaps for selling heroin. I've seen it with my own eyes.
You
So-
grew up in a
So
different
we sold
area, though,
drugs,
don't
didn't
you?
mm.
It was a
But, I
different
mean-
area. You in a different country. You grew up in basically a different tone.
Well,
everything.
basically the same people. Irish and English people are the same people. We just have a different accent. There's a
No,
bit of
no,
water.
no, but like
No,
nobody
what
was
it is-
doing that for these dealers. Where out like they just kept
No, no.
sprouting up, man. In the early, you know,
No,
when after 2000, and one, when the Twin Towers like hit, like there seemed to be loads of gear that flooded in. Then
How
know what
the
I mean? It's
hell
weird.
have we gone from Northern Ireland to the Twin Towers? I can't work that one out.
because that's when my area got
Idiots.
flooded of heroin. It was there beforehand.
But I want
Bollocks.
to say something, Ronan. Let's know when you just said about the difference between Northern Irish and
Yeah.
the English in the response. So there is a big difference. What it is, I found with Northern Ireland, only parts of it. I mean, when it's daft when you say Northern Ireland because it's a huge place, Northern Ireland. I'm talking about particular cities or
And that's
areas.
for the racist thing,
You
man.
have,
White
you
people
have,
call
you
we
have.
call
You
bro
see,
puppers in
it's
this
just
country,
so
Craig,
man.
let him
rude.
talk
It's
about
just so
Ireland.
rude. He is rude to the point of being really obnoxious by jumping in on everyone. No, what I wanted to
Then-
say is
Ronan's interesting.
the difference is that in parts of Northern Ireland, especially where you will get things like the drugs and all this coming in, you do have something very close to what you have in Italy, the mafioso, and in America, you do have that. So that always there is a big difference there. They don't mess about in Northern Ireland, the gangs.
No.
They'll
I think
reach
that's
out
tough
their own
one.
justice.
It's
that
a different
Can I ask
culture
you,
as well.
hold on, can I ask
You-
you a question, please?
Oh.
About Northern Ireland. I was in rehab in Goshett for like modern day slavery, and there was boys in there. I can mention, I won't mention names, I could, but there's two boys in there, and they had Edward Carson flags up on the ceiling, all loyalist flags, and that. They got kicked out of Northern Ireland with Johnny Dix. They shot John Greg or whatever his
That's
name
C Company.
is. UFF, yeah.
So that's if they were with Johnny Adair, they were in C Company. They were probably the most feared loyalist gang of the
Yeah.
time. Now,
But they were
yeah,
Ted, go on.
but there's a lot of them boys. You have to understand, right? I'll take a different
What
approach
about
to
them
this.
butchers, man? Them Shankill butchers, man.
So I know.
Lenny
Listen,
Liff.
just I'll actually answer that too, right? So there's two questions, all right. So the first one, Ben, right? So.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take a different approach to this one. So the loyalists today are completely different from the loyalists of the past. Now there's still a bit of bitterness, but I spoke to a few boys. Like I would be Republican, and I spoke to a few boys that are loyalists, and everything's a-okay. They know the fight isn't between the English and the Irish anymore. The British or the nationalists are against the Republicans. They understand there's a bigger picture at play. The globalists, Marxism, communism that's coming in with the NW, the New World Order. So, but there's still a level of old school Freemasonry. You have to understand from with the loyalists comes the Freemasons, comes the
Orange
DUP.
Order,
You know where the Freemasons come? Have you heard of the Venetians?
Shut up.
Yeah, I've
Craig.
heard of the Venetians, yeah.
The Venetians, man. Oh, they was like the first
Craig,
secret society, man.
Craig, can
Let Ronan speak.
Let Ronan
Well,
get
shit,
to the end, then we can have the
oi,
history lesson. Then
and
we can have the
it's
history
just
lesson.
floating,
So-
man.
You know,
So
we can have
were
the history lesson.
areas that I wouldn't have been able to walk
Unless
through.
you're giving it, and
I can walk through now 100%. I can walk through the loyalist areas. They can walk through Republican areas. But back in the day, if I had a walk through, say,
Shankill.
Tigers Bay, back in the day, and they knew I was a Catholic, I'm definitely getting my bollocks kicked, and I'm getting my head caved in. Like, but today, 100% fine. Everything's a-okay, unless you're
That's
coming
good.
with a problem. Now, what Craig said, you asked a question that was very good. What was that again?
I said, all right, nuts to someone in the chat. I know what you're gonna, the Shankill butcher thing, innit?
Right. So
Lenny Murphy.
So would you hear this here for a story? I'm not going to mention any names because it's very fucking dangerous. This, right?
Yeah,
Lenny
yeah.
Murphy. Name my
But-
names. Lenny Murphy, Basher Bates.
So
What's his
they're
name?
the
Doing
big
it for
names.
you, man. Oh, Ben,
So you
wait
have-
a minute.
You ain't going to mention any names.
They are
But
all
don't
the
matter,
big
it's
names.
in
Dangerous
books.
over there.
What is
They don't-
always,
So they're-
always got to have people being stupid.
So you have to understand they are the big names that everybody hears about, but they aren't them boys are probably the tip of the iceberg. So there's two. I'm not going to name the location. There's two fellas that I know. One's Republican and one's loyalist. One used to be in the Shankill Butchers and got out in the Good Friday Agreement. What this fella
I
done
know.
was he stole. No, he didn't steal. He kidnapped a 16-year-old boy. He skinned him alive and put him inside a slurry pit
Mm.
alive.
Fucking
Right,
hell,
and he
man.
done that just because he's a Catholic. Now, this is weird, right? Because the Republican guy and the guy that done that, the butchers guy, the Shankill Butchers guy, he's not actually from the Shankill, by the way. He's just one of the butchers.
It's the name in it, like this.
They're friends
Was
now.
he Lenny
They
Murphy's
drink,
brother?
they drink with one another in the pub. And I actually said to your fellow, the Republican fellow, I goes, how the fuck can you even be around that? That's not even anything to do with loyalism. That's evil. He goes, you have to let bygones be bygones. He goes, he killed a kid. He skinned the kid alive and put him inside a fucking slurry pit.
That's infection, death, man. You're gonna get infection. Like that's
No,
what's
he-
gonna kill
he
you,
had
man.
the
It
skin
reminds
ripped
me
off
of that.
his face. He had the skin
It
ripped off
reminds
his
me of
face.
the Hills Have Eyes, man. You know when they like cut that guy and shove him in the porta potty in the fucking waste and that, and just leave
Yeah.
him alive.
No, he was
It reminds
noticing.
me of that, man.
Infection is the least of his worries. He got the skin ripped from the neck right round to his face, like completely
Oh,
his face
my
ripped
God.
No,
off.
but you said he got put in like a septic pit there, shit pit or
Yeah,
something.
slurry tank. Yeah, he got dumped in the slurry tank, and he was found like 3 weeks later.
He would have been dead by then. The time he went in there.
Well, he would have.
Yeah,
He
but
probably
it
would have
would
went
have
to
been
the stock.
painful, man.
But his mother, I remember we had to walk by his. I used to walk, so I used to go camping around about that time, and my mother ran down the road where I was camping in the tent with me and my mates. My mate was smoking dope at the time, so it was just hash, and she didn't know that I was smoking it. I was only like, I think it was only like 10, and she ran down and she just ripped open the tent because it only happened 2 miles away from us. This is on country roads. This isn't in a city. This is in, imagine the most country place in England you could imagine. This happened on country roads, and then we found
Like
out there was
South
people.
Armagh or something.
Yeah, like South Armagh, yeah, basically, yeah. But you have to understand the dynamics change so much that people just let bygones be bygones. So you've got friends, people that are friends that used
You
to
have
kill each
to.
other and torture each other back in the day. It's so weird. The dynamic's so weird.
No, but older, know if they don't move on. I know it's bad. I know it's terrible because they, when you kill family members and people's kids and blow them up, and that, it's gonna go on for years, the hatred. But unless you put that hatred behind you, the next generation can't move on.
It's like North Korea, man. Like, you know, if someone escapes, man, they put that 3 generations of their family in slave labor, man, till they're dead. You know what I mean? So that's what stops people escaping. Like, I know I'm going off a tangent like now, but it's still bad. You know what I mean? That's what stops people escaping North Korea. Like,
Craig, people have this fucking romantic view of the troubles and the conflict with England, but the reality of it is people's getting their fucking head blown off with bombs and guns.
it's horrible, man. Like, there's no like fairy story around it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Simple as that.
Bloody Friday, they were scooping fucking bodies up.
Do you know what? I've just told Jim to stop kissing, and you start now.
You know,
sorry. They were dig. Hold on, weren't they? Bloody Friday, Brendan.
Bloody
you said Ronan that basically English and Northern Irish are the same. We're very much different. Your culture and your history is so much different, and I can see that in you, how you're speaking about things. You know, you're very much more passionate about what you're saying than we would be.
No, he's just seen a lot more stuff that we have, basically. He's been up close to it, like, that's what it is.
No, but you have had your own. So this is the misconception. Because of the extreme violence and the threat of bombs and guns, paramilitaries, and the British Army, and just the extreme violence, we were very ordered growing up. I would never ever speak bad to like an elder, or I could maybe get my hands broke by one of the paramilitaries.
We've had our own bombs over here, so
yes,
you know what I mean.
Over in England, I would see people.
It wasn't as open as
Bobby, you're doing it now, mate. Let him finish his sentence.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
So, for instance, whenever I go to England and I see kids hanging around street corners, stabbing old people or robbing old people, I'm thinking to myself, how can they do that? Because if that was in my area, I would have my legs broke.
You should do.
Because we were very well.
You're probably in a place where I wish I should have, like back in the 90s, like, you know what I mean?
Your freedom hasn't been as much as ours has, and your parents were probably much more restricted than how we were.
If it was in the 90s and somebody was hitting an old bloke, man, they'd get lynched, man. You know what I mean? Not like tied up, like they'd get held there, beat up till the police come, man.
Yeah, but what people got to realize.
For instance, my house was surveilled for 5 years, and we didn't know why, and we couldn't ask questions. Like we weren't involved in anything. We owned a farm of land, and there was a van that sat outside our house, and it used to come and go for 5 years. And I was a kid. I grew up watching this van for like 5 years, and I walked over it. This was prior to the Good Friday Agreement. And I walked over to it, and I could see people inside with cameras. And my grandfather always says to me, "Listen, just let them do what they want. We're not involved in anything.
Yeah.
They're involved in an operation. Just stay away from it." And they're obviously not here to steal anything. They're involved, maybe I don't know if that MI5, MI6.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? So we just let them be. Soldiers walking by.
You basically grew up in the middle of conflict.
Well, no, that's the misconception. It was a different type of a conflict. So there was people in Belfast that would have seen bombs, guns, people's limbs being blown.
That's what I was saying, Ronan. You've got to understand. People always seem to think that Belfast is the whole of Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is a massive place.
Yeah,
and so it's huge. But people presume that it's all like that all over. It isn't. There's some you'd go to some parts of Northern Ireland and like Wales, and Yorkshire, it has some beautiful parts where it's all very, very peaceful. So
like they're very. So what I will say is we've went from being sort of half persecuted against even the Protestants, the lower class Protestants, because that's a misconception. People don't realize that too. There was British people and there was Protestants that couldn't get a fair shake. And they were also persecuted against. We went from not being able to get jobs to absolutely excelling in every field that we've went into, educated ourselves, didn't do any of this oppressed versus oppressor shit, didn't start, obviously we had the IRA and stuff and the other Republican armies.
The British screwed you over, they divided and conquered.
You know, all this like green belt land, right? How long do you think it's going to be before they start building houses on it because they'll have to?
Well, they are already.
Oh no, but it's going to start like these beautiful places. I'm going to become.
Yeah,
you know.
Can I just butt in, guys? I'm going to have to go. I've enjoyed it, and thank you very much for inviting me.
Don't worry. If you need a ship, we'll wait for you.
Stay.
It's good to see you again, Ronan. Ben,
good to see you, Bobby.
See you later, Bobby. Respect, bro.
Craig, you keep being Craig. I like how you stir it. Keep it going, mate. I like how
I stir it. I don't stir it. That's my natural feeling.
You go against Craig, and it keeps them all awake, and I like that.
He keeps me awake, and tell you now, keeps me awake. Oh, thanks, Bobby.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Bob. I wish I never knew that.
Keep
you awake, man.
Just in the chat, somebody said something. So the
Soldier F by the looks of things, man. Was he wearing his mum's jacket?
So Soldier F just for Mola.
What are you wearing, Ben?
Craig, will you
A
please?
fucking shirt. It's a Welsh fucking.
People have left the chat.
No,
because
oh,
people
there you
can't
go.
see
It's the
that.
plaid shirt. That's what it was. That's what I wanted to know, man. No,
All
no,
right.
no. What?
What-
It don't match, man.
Right.
I
Don't
don't
match.
care. I
Roland,
don't
what
give a
was-
fuck.
I
I
do,
wear
man.
clothes.
What's beeping?
I don't wear
I'm a
clothes. Clothes
fashionista.
wear me.
I'm a funny like that.
So-
The colours have to match, man. Like in some
Right,
way.
you
Well,
carry on
I
talking
will-
because I've got to explore this
Sorry.
because I don't know what the hell's going on, but something's beeping.
Hold on.
Is your smoke
Yes.
alarm, man?
Hold on.
Yes, Ben.
Right. Where from? You don't have to say exact place. Where you from in Northern Ireland? Then
So I'm from County Down.
you're from. All right, County Down. Right. What did you think of Brendan Hughes?
So who? Sorry,
Brendan Hughes as an IRA.
The Brendan
Hughes. Brandon Hughes.
Brendan Hughes.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen. See when it comes to the
dark.
IRA.
The dark.
Yeah. So when it comes to the IRA or individual people within the IRA, you have to understand this, right? The full story of the IRA will never come out because that was a beehive, that was a unit. So they worked as one unit. So somebody might go on to James English and say something and maybe give you a quarter of the story, but you always
Yeah.
have to know this. They can never, ever come out and actually say about the things that have happened. Just like the Soldier F thing at the minute, Soldier F here has been found that he can stand in court and, face a trial. And I think he's at a brave age now, this fella, and I personally, myself, I actually stay away from the topic because it's so bad and it's so sensitive that anything wrong.
Scotty
said-
G's better, man. Let's talk about Scotty G. But where do you think he is right now, man?
Smacked out of his head.
Shed.
No, is he
shed.
still at the shed though? Do you think he's still there?
I don't know. He probably is.
That Gateshead Angel man, I said he had put him up, man.
Look,
How could no party up? I got nothing personal against party.
Senior
Stop
old.
talking about like IRA shit, Ben. All right.
No, it's not. No, I got hundreds of books upstairs on the Troubles. I mean, I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
books on
I've got loads of
Vietnam.
films on fucking horror films,
but
like talking about them.
Craig,
Mine.
Craig.
You can't. You
Ben,
can't get
Ben.
educated
So what I
from-
will say to you is, right, I want to actually just end that on a note, right? And we'll end it and then we'll move on to something else. What I will say to you is, right,
no worries, buddy. No worries.
what's been known now is there is top informants involved
Steak knife.
there's top informants involved in
Steak
every
knife.
single right. You will just end at that. Just there's top British informants and informants on both sides that have infiltrated both sides, and nothing is as it seems. And that war could have ended way before it did. That's all I'm going to say.
Ronan, you know aliens have been infiltrated everywhere, man.
Oh,
You know this.
right, that's it. That's it. It's aliens now. He's doing this on purpose. You know,
I know, I'm
I've got
joking.
you,
No,
sus.
I'm
I've got
joking.
you,
It's a
sus. I've got
possibility,
you.
though. It's a
I've
bloody
got you,
possibility.
sus. I've got you, sus. Someone on here? Are you beeping? It is. It's one of you, and I'm running around the house thinking, "What the hell's beeping?" Someone's got a.
Oh, it's my microwave. I got fucking.
Oh, yeah.
And I have
Sorry.
my.
Sorry.
How's your Fidus mic going, by the way?
You're
Ann?
supposed to lie. You're supposed to wash your fucking underpants in your own time, dry them. I mean, you know what I mean? Just
So,
fucking-
listen, Craig, I'm going to shoot on here, but I want to say this about Scotty G, right? So
my cooked
listen,
dinner, man.
I couldn't give a shit what anybody does, what Paddy does, but my advice would be to kick Scotty G out because he doesn't want to get help. The guy is lying to everybody. I'm not saying Paddy scammed because it's clear now. I've watched a couple of Paddy's videos.
yeah.
His intention was not to scam, but Scotty G's intention was to take as much money as possible. He's a narcissist. He doesn't give a fuck, and he's going to land Paddy in trouble one way or another. And that's just my opinion.
Let me tell you something about Paddy.
Paddy's had some gifts out of it, though, man. He's had some gifts, like he's had
Paddy's
like.
no angel. Go and look at Paddy's past. All these things he's telling you. Oh, I haven't done this. I didn't do this. I didn't smuggle this. That bloke's lying. Everyone's a liar. Okay, Paddy. Okay.
But Ben, you have to understand why he
I
cannot
don't give
come
a
out and
fuck
say.
for him.
Well, think about it, Ben, right? Think about it, right? Think about it this way, right? If you're Paddy Conroy, right, and you're involved in what you were involved with years ago, you're not going to come out and say that you actually done that or you're stupid because then he would go to
No, but
prison.
I don't want to hear his bullshit all the time. I'm fed up of hearing it.
No, I get what you're
I
saying.
know.
No, I get that. I get that. I totally.
Man up.
But
You're
listen, if you look at the,
60-year-old man. Get a bit of
He ain't
forward.
old enough yet, man. Oh, probably when he's like on his deathbed, he'll fucking own up, man. Who knows?
But look, if you look at the whole,
Graham.
if you look at the whole Mahoney situation, if you look at the whole Rise of the Foot Soldiers, they're all beefing
Yeah,
with each
yeah.
other on YouTube too. You've got
Oh my
Brian.
I know. I know. I've
You've
been
got Brian-
keeping not up to date with a lot of it, but I've got a gist. You know what I mean? That guy who plays Tony Tucker with his wigs, man. I swear to God, he's like cringing me, man. Terry Stone, man. Terry Stone, falling out with Carlton Leach. Carlton
I
Leach,
cannot-
and
I cannot-
there's another guy like with glasses who does a channel, and
Yeah, so you cannot go onto TikTok without seeing that guy Terry Stone on TikTok absolutely ripping the bag and fucking gangsters this and gangsters that. He's got a podcast. Listen, fair play to him, but what Brian Richardson has came onto YouTube and has absolutely annihilated Carlton Leach. He's annihilated Mahoney. He's annihilated all these people, and he said, "Look, I did grass people up. I was a grass. I grassed them all up." He goes, "But I wasn't a gangster, and yous are all fucking frauds." And they're all-
I've seen the real pictures of Tony Tucker, man. Have you seen the real Tony Tucker, man? Fucking hell. What a cheek to think he could play him with his fucking honey monster wig.
Will you
and shit
stop
like
your
that.
There we are, there we are.
You know what I mean? That is fucking true, though. Look at him, man.
Time out.
And you know, the origins of the. If anybody gets a laugh, you have to turn this on, because you can't take it. Chinky tonight, curry and chips. Special curry with some sesame seed cornbread.
There we are. You've made Ronan bugger off now. See
No,
what
you did. It's my cornbread.
There, you chased Ronan away.
No, I ain't. Trust me, man. We was having a laughage.
A laugh. Oh my God. A laugh.
A laugh in the bubble bar. How about that?
Where's Cookie?
Like a fairy's fart.
I don't know.
Disappeared like a fairy's fart.
He was supposed to come on. It was originally for Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then,
Cookie.
and then Princess Craig couldn't make it until Sunday. So
Oh, we
I had to
talked
wait.
about this last night. Me and Craig did it. We talked about this. Didn't we, Craig?
I were on live last night, kid.
You was talking me. I said you the D Anne called you.
No. I were on now lives last night, my man.
I'm just thinking, right?
He's lying. He said he was babysitting his kid. If I makes him a diva, he said whatever.
I'm not babysitting my kid, you prat.
So he said, well, you're a liar then, because I got it on video. And there you go.
Yeah, I've got you snorting like a bitch, man. What you were snorting? Ketamine, you fucking cheap ass fuck.
Hey.
But no, Craig, no favour pumping you in real life, but
yeah, you're gonna beat me up. Yeah, I've heard the rest. I've heard it all before, man.
No,
I've heard it all
I'm not
before.
gonna beat you up. I won't beat you up. I don't fight anymore. I use other things. And lots
What
of
you
us.
gonna? You're gonna stab me, am you?
No, we're just gonna take you somewhere.
Nah, you won't take me anywhere, man. I'll fucking cut your eyelids off and tie you to a tree, man, and cut your dick off, say, or shut your eyes while I'm doing it.
No, they won't be just be me, Craig. There'll be a lot of us in the transit van. And you won't even know.
A lot of you, man. You've been here before, man, and I had to cut this out, so let's leave it now.
I'm joking, Craig. Come on, shut up. Fucking hell, you to tease me. I can't tease you back. Come on.
But that's how you lose, threatening violence, man.
Do you really think I'm violent?
Yeah, man. I think
I'm not.
Mummy Ben, get out, man, quick.
Oh, but I'm gonna kill you.
Yay. Kill me.
Yeah. This right. This is like we don't know.
Kill me till I lose control.
Kill me.
Kelsey, what it is, right?
We're only having a
Tease
laugh.
me, tease
This
me,
is what's
tease
got
me,
me
tease
right.
me,
Here we go.
baby.
Baby, until I lose.
This is what's got me right, Kelsey. You know what's happened? Ronan has took the opportunity to slide puss when I was putting on a beautiful extra from a beautiful ballet. He took the chance to bugger off. Isn't that sly? Isn't that sly? He
The
thought,
one
here we
time
are,
we
this is the
kiss,
way out
it's
now.
like catching gold, catching a big fish. Yes, I'm top of the
Right.
moon,
You know what?
list.
Now,
Second to none of
I
the
won't.
baby, Tom and your love.
You
I'm
know
just
what?
gonna kill you.
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, my beautiful lovelies. Him and Video Craig should get together. They should. Nancy Destroy and Video Craig get together on a live. It would be they're both the same, aren't they? They're both the same. They are the same.
No, I'm a bit more extrovert, man.
Gay. Yeah,
Exactly
both
the
gay.
same.
Both gay. They haven't come out the closet yet.
Oh, trust me. Oh, you could do like a slurrers podcast with other slurrers. Then how about that?
No,
You and Scotty G would be a good podcast. You know what I mean?
I'm just,
You could slur together. You know what I mean?
I'm just
Ben,
wet.
just
Imagine the
slur.
magic. Imagine the magic that would be created.
You
don't-
by
you
you
don't
and Scotty
slay
G
your
coming
words, do
together.
you, Ben? You don't slay, do
Pardon?
you, Ben? You don't slay, do you? I've heard you
I
slay.
don't know. I don't know if it's my accent or from being kicked in the head so many times. I don't know.
I
Might
understood
do.
that, man, but you do sometimes.
Yeah, probably do. When I'm on a vodka, I do fucking right. But I stopped it 'cause the other day I went yellow. I've had pancreatitis about 10 times.
That's the warning sign, man. My mate went yellow, man. He looked like one of the Simpsons. Everything swelled up on him, man. I'm talking his cock swelled up, his ankles, his knees. He went all yellow, man, and he was close to death.
Hmm.
Craig,
Come out of it, mate.
Craig, can I
I
just
couldn't-
ask a question? Ben, let me ask a question here. This is important. How did you know his cock swelled up?
Because he told me.
No,
told
you've
you.
seen it.
You
Seen
didn't
it.
say he told me.
You've
You
seen
said
Yeah,
it.
he
this is-
told me. No, he told me, man. Because I
No,
went to
no,
visit
no,
him in the hospital, like, and he had to come outside.
Oh,
to
now
meet
it's
me.
coming out. You went to visit him. You pulled the blanket up and had a look.
No, he told me about it, and I could see his
You
whole
are-
body was yellow. He's like he's everything.
No, I know it's bad. I know.
Oh, it's a horrible
was
thing.
Was his eyes yellow
Jaundice,
too?
man. It's jaundice.
Yeah.
But
horrible
I used
thing.
to.
Your liver's on its way out, basically. That's what that means.
Yeah. My pancreas used to go like, and that's how much of an addict I was with alcohol. But they tell me you're going to be dead the time you're 4. What was it, 30 something, 40, whatever. I'm 44 now. I'll be 45 next year, so I'm not dead. But they say don't drink again now. And then, like, I've been in about 10, 11 times for my pancreatitis. You go nil by mouth for about 5 days. They put an injection in your arms and that to feed you vitamins and all that.
Oh, I've never been through that stage, man. Fucking hell.
But it's rough. You can't eat because everything passes through your pancreas. It swells in, it hurts. So you can't even have water. All you can have is a little cotton bud just to wet your lips, and this can go on for 5 days of agony.
I like a drink, but like I know I ain't alcoholic because if I don't have one, I'd like start. I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'd always get ill.
Yeah.
That's how you know it.
But I go straight back to it. I'd be released from hospital. I go straight to off license.
I like
that's
to drink.
why you've got to get help. Are you getting help?
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I was on about reading my charges out. I can get them upstairs now and read them out. I was in police station this morning. That's 20 minutes police station.
See, I don't understand that then. What?
Right. I was in a police station this morning signing on bail, handing myself in for bail. You got to.
What for, man?
Do you want me to get my charge sheets and read them out? I want.
Nah, man. Just you. Do you know him? I believe you. Oh, you don't know. You have to get him out to read it. Go on then, bro.
Let me get it. 2 seconds. I won't read too much out.
I'm not going. You've got a couple of minutes, Ben, because I'm going to have to wind up in a minute.
Yeah, once to wrap it up, man, because I've got an headache because I've get it.
Wait, I'll get them now.
Oh, here we are.
I'm sorry,
Andy's
this
come
is
to show late.
No, I won't incriminate anyone. I won't incriminate anyone. Here they are.
Big up Mandy Jameson.
Right.
One of my favourite porn stars growing up had the name Jenna with that second name. Cracking porn star she was.
I
Je-
bet that's
what was her
really
name?
cheater.
What was her
What,
name?
Jenna
Jen
Jameson?
what? That's right. Yeah.
You
When she
remember
married
Jenna
the-
Jameson, Ben?
Yeah, when she married the Tito Ortiz.
I think
Right.
so. Yeah.
Let's say
Yeah, you're
this
right.
charges, then we'll. Let's say the charges, then we'll.
Right. It says pre-charge bail grant variation. Bail
I was going to say
granted
Krieg Gabs then.
Let him get on with it.
Aye. Bail granted under Police and Criminal Evidence Act.
Yeah,
1984
get to the
additional.
charges. Don't have to read the whole sheet.
All right. 1, not allowed to contact, I won't say the person's name, directly or indirectly.
Go on.
The person
Tell
I
us.
have trouble with. Or via any third party, grounds, reason, has used violence and threatened toward an associate person, prevented interference with witnesses, obstructed justice, prevent offence while on bail for the victim or some shit. Number 2,
Who's the victim,
not
bro?
attend.
No, don't, Craig.
I can't mention the names on it, can I? 'Cause
No,
I'd
but
get
like,
in trouble.
is it like a relative or just somebody like your day now?
No,
I
that's
can't
irrelevant.
say.
It's irrelevant. Isn't it?
I'll tell
Is
you.
it irrelevant?
No, don't. Just carry on, Ben.
I just don't want to get. I don't want to put myself in too much
I know
trouble. Shouldn't be doing.
Get in.
Number 2, it says not to attend or enter Ponlot in Ockafilly. It's like 15 miles away. Grounds reasoned as used violence. I've used threat.
Well, that's why, Ben. There's no point reading it all out because I can work out
Yeah,
from the
that's-
beginning if what is. You've been violent. You've either harassed or been bound to someone, but that's obvious, and that's you're getting told if you dare go near them, it's protecting them because they're
Yeah.
witnesses.
What
And I
about
believe
me?
in it, man. You said you was going to get me in a van and that with your mates, man. So you're a
Oh,
So
dangerous guy, yeah.
basically, you're not
Craig,
trusted.
come on, I was there,
This is
you
it.
bastard.
Oh, I'm
I was-
joking, man. Chill.
So,
I know,
anyway,
but
just
it's too good.
I'm
It's
going to
too
finish
good.
the live up because I'm fed up having to just talk and
Where's
try
the-
to get a sentence out in the car. So that's what it's for, Ben. You can't be. You're getting told go near them and you're going to be arrested and put in the slammer. That's what's telling you will
Yeah.
happen because you need
I got
protection.
numbers on.
But anyway, what I'll do, I'm going to wind it up now because you don't need to read any more. I can tell by the first few lines what it is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
What I'll do is I'll say thank you to everyone for joining and thank you, Craig, for coming on.
I'm
Thank you
scared to
very
say that it's been good, like, because I don't want to interrupt you, Anne.
You know what, Uncle People, you see what I put up with, people. You see what I put up with? I am a saint. I'm a saint sent here to suffer.
You're a nun.
And so, and thank
I love
you
that
as well,
song.
you
You
Ben.
know that Sister Act song? You should put that on your outro. That one.
I'll get a copyright strike.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah. You would.
And
Okay,
with all
take
the
care,
stuff-
man.
What's that Whoopi
Respect.
Goldberg?
Take
when
care,
she's in
Ben,
that-
man.
Okay, so
stay
thank you,
stay out.
Nancy,
Oi,
come on again.
stick to the bail, man. Stick to the bail conditions. Don't get in trouble. And take care. Respect, man, as usual.
I will.
All right,
Bye
take
now.
care.
Thank you. And you, Anne. Thanks for having me on.
And you,
Thanks,
Ben.
Craig.
So next time, come on, I say, when we have another live, come on.
Okay,
And to-
okay. Thank you,
That-
Anne.
So anyway, to my little lovelies, thank you for joining in. Absolutely, thank you for joining in. And what shall I leave you all with? What shall I leave you all with? Let's see. Let me choose something delectable, delightable. There we go.